And we are back. Just managed to get that working. Um,
We are
we
back as fuck.
we are. Another week has come. Once again, we come closer to our own existence ceasing and a new one possibly beginning. Probably not. So, in the meantime, you have low energy, and you have Krendar, and you have our
Now,
guest.
For
Also,
a
me,
limited time only.
the
Durt
the
Cobain.
the dirtiest guest ever.
I heard myself real quickly. I forgot to mute my laptop. Yeah. So, Dirt, it is good to finally have you on. You are quite the bundle of joy and happiness.
Well, that is quite the testimonial. Thank you very much. Hopefully, I can live up to the sales pitch.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a testimonial. It's an obituary. There we go. we got to work out the paperwork. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, I have got like vendettas that were sent as well wishing cards. You know, like, oh, you got the Rona. Well, guess who's the phony who's going to get the pipe bomb pretty soon.
Oof,
That
that escalated.
escalated so quickly. The French knew what they
Damn.
did to me, and they will suffer. They will all suffer because they're French.
Tabernac.
Come on, Frenchie! Come on, you frog bastard! I think in a past life I was like in the 100 Years' Wars, just like a bog standard footman in the English army. And I'd just be like, like a mace, just beating the crap out of some poor peasant farmer. Little known fact,
This
that
is
was
how.
Joan of
Huh?
Arc. I beat the crap out of Joan of Arc's family, and she had a grudge.
See, this is how Irishmen and Canadians can really bond by hating the French together.
100%. Although you have to put up, we have to put up with France France being nearby, but you motherfuckers have French people in your midst, and
Well,
some even think that they're actually better than you, which all French
we
people are genetically dispositioned.
we have fake French people in our midst anyway,
French larpers. That's something you
which is
don't see.
possibly even more annoying, honestly.
That's something you don't see at conventions. You never see people LARPing as like countries, except for like Italia LARPing. Like I want to see just like someone walking around as like a stereotype of Belgium, you know.
And would anybody recognize it?
I might be like, wow, you look like you're in a. No, I wouldn't.
I don't know how many North Americans could identify a Belgian stereotype.
Freaking waffles.
Hell, if they're eating French fries, that might be a little bit legit. Maybe have an artist with one ear missing. You know.
Oh, come on. Nobody knows that that's associated with Belgium.
Yeah, most people think he's French or Dutch.
I don't know what I thought he was.
Some sort of moon man. Vincent Van Gogh, famous for many things. Little known fact, the first official alien. But no one really talks about it. Might explain his personality.
Also, not for his hearing. And yes, John Morgan, JF is French Canadian. Enough said. Explains everything.
I wouldn't be surprised if Vigilant Christian Mario has like French Canadian in his blood.
Well, he did live there anyway.
In like,
I don't know if he moved or not, but I know he's lived in Montreal for quite a while.
Okay.
Sounds French.
It does.
Yeah.
Montreal. I'm not hearing a single Chestershire or Ston or Stein for that matter. Where are the fucking Steins? Where is the San Saint Sebastiano? Huh? Nowhere. It's all just Sacre Bleu. Whatever, Frenchie. Fucking bastard. Stay away from Paris, folks, and not just because. Actually, we do have a story on France tonight.
Over here, the Quebecers like to say things like tabernac a lot.
Why?
They swear by saying the names of pieces of furniture from a church. I don't know why.
Did they say vestibule?
I don't think so. It's mostly tabernac.
That would have worked.
That would have been good, though.
Yeah, that would have been a nice little callback. So, Krendar, how have you been? How has this week
I've
been
been
treating?
doing all right. Been working my way through the Watch Dogs games lately since they are free. Got to get ready for Legion, which is coming out pretty darn soon, actually. I think a couple weeks.
Neat. And
Yeah.
when I played Watch Dogs, I was like, wow, I'm going to give this a go, half an hour, and I'm like, I made a terrible mistake. I just did not enjoy Watch Dog 1, so
I liked it. I mean,
I got it for free, so
the protagonist was kind of a shitbag, but I enjoyed the overall gameplay. Although
I
there's
enjoyed
a
making
lot of
cars
side
crash
activities
into it.
that are totally pointless.
It's an Ubisoft game. Are you shocked? Like they
I know,
even
right?
the latest Far Cry, they even made a joke about it. I'm not going to have you climb up a bunch of towers.
Yeah.
You still have done that in
The ironic thing though is I actually like the tower climbing Ubisoft thing. I think it's fun.
I think the only time they really made it great was I think it was Brotherhood, where each of the towers unlocked massive chunks of the map rather than just one small area, and they all had their own unique mission to get inside it. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't think it was.
Yeah, I know that was interesting. But
yeah.
even in like the Far Cry style, like they weren't super long climbs, but they're kind of fun in their own little way. I like that kind of parkour gameplay stuff. But it is funny how obsessed Ubisoft is with the concept.
Towers and collecting like this many items and that many items. I mean, when you play an Assassin's Creed game and you go into a city for the first time, the amount of icons on the screen is so daunting. You're like, oh my god! And then now there's internet ones where like, oh, this is a community challenge. Fuck that shit! I want to go around and stab people with ridiculously over the top accents. Can't I do that in peace? I mean, do I have to go to fucking Birmingham to do that?
Watch Dogs had a few interesting bits. Like they had some collectible bits that actually led to a little story bit on the side. Like for example, there was some serial killer who was going around and killing people who had like blood disorders. And if you found all 7 of their bodies, then you would get a new mission where you could track down the guy who did it and, put him to justice. And then you find out why he's doing it. So that was mildly interesting. Like, it's just a little side quest, but it was okay. It wasn't just you found a collectible that means nothing, There's something a little bit more than that, at least.
Yeah, I get it. Durt, how have you been, good sir?
Well, I've been here and there, a little bit of everywhere, really.
Sounds like the start of a song.
Here I am today.
He's a rambling man.
I'm an everywhere man.
There's a rambling man. That's it. I mean, I'm not Billy the Fridge, and I don't have a jazz band from like the 40s behind me. Okay.
Oh man, I wish we did though.
Dude, we'd get so many more views if we just had like an old blind jazz man behind us. No explanation given. Oh, he's just called Old Blind Jazz Man. My name is Tony. Your name is song number 3, Old Blind Jazz Man.
I can see you just fine.
I've been playing an umbrella for 12 years. Why didn't anyone tell me? We all thought it was funny. I didn't think it was funny. Yeah, you were on Morning Wood this morning, weren't you? There, Durt.
I sure was. And I've been drinking these hard seltzers since about 9 o'clock this morning. Took a little break, about an hour of a nap. That's why I'm a little bit groggy, John Morgan. I see you talking shit in the chat. But yeah, hopefully here the little bit of caffeine I drank and this 5% alcohol that I should be chugging will kick in and do its job.
Damn right. I don't have as much luxury because, believe it or not, and I hate to say this, the COVID has finally hit the pubs here in Ireland. We are on DEFCON dead. Oh yeah, in fact, here I will show you the details in horrible detail. Point is, I couldn't go to the pub. I had to go to. Let's see. I had to go to a sort of restaurant thing that does cans over the counter, and then they're like, oh well, yeah, nowhere else is open, and they're happy because it's like, they ended up getting they ended up having like a monopoly now on alcohol. But even then, they can't have unless you're actually a guest there at the hotel. You can't sit down there. You can't get a meal. You can't get a drink. You can only get the few cans, and they only had 7 cans of Guinness. I completely emptied the place out. So I've got 7 cans of Guinness, this can of shitty Carling, and a swig of travel wine that I had from Wednesday. Because of course I get my shopping while I'm half cut. What sort of ape man do you think I am? An inferior ape? No, I am a sophisticant with alcohol and a severe dependency on said alcohol. Look, the important thing is, I am feeling very, very personally attacked right now. And I think finally I am ready to believe that that this whole COVID thing might be real.
Maybe. Let's not
maybe.
get carried away, though.
Yeah. Department notified 3 more deaths, 1,000 new cases, and oh no!
My state alone gets 1,000 cases a day, buddy. Catch up.
Yeah, well, we are a tiny little island. How many people have died overall in Ireland? 1,000 new cases. We have nearly 2,000 people, and number of people infected is nearly 50,000. And they're about to put down a heavy set lock. We're already at lock 3, like tier lockdown. So we're at tier 3, and it looks like we're going to be heading to tier 4 and 5 pretty fucking soon. And that makes me very sad. But look at this. Look at this. Minister backs call for off licenses to close earlier. Fuck
What's
you.
an off license?
Oh, it's our version of a liquor store.
Ah.
Normally they're attached to pubs. Minister for Social Protection Heather Humphrey has back calls for off licenses to close early and suggested could shut at 6 or 7. You know, I'm normally awake at 5. Like, I won't even be able to have my morning beers before I have to rush out and restock.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, we had the same argument here in the America.
Damn, COVID's fun. COVID loves to party and loves to drink alcohol. Woo,
True.
party COVID. It's true. But yeah, sorry, yeah, you were saying they're oh, and I'm playing this up, by the way. If they need to lock down, obviously I'll be okay with it. But
Let the man talk, Lev.
Yeah, of course.
When you closed the business earlier, because like they did the same shit here with like everything, Walmarts and shit, they started closing at like 8 o'clock, 7:30, whatever the fuck. It just like compresses the amount of people who have to show up at the same time in those shorter hours. It just makes it more crowded. So really, if anything, it's a disservice to this COVID thing. If anything, they should stay open later, and whatever.
I agree there because people want their fix. A great example would be this village. When the pubs started closing, there was only one pub, my local pub, that stayed open for a long time. Now, unfortunately, that's closed too. But it became incredibly packed. People from outside the village came because there was nowhere else that was doing booze. So if there is a chance that there was a spread, it probably came from there. Not to throw shade at Dave, he's been a great friend over the years. He's the one who owns the pub. But my fucking Christ, like, I could see, like, in a few days' time, there's going to be a big quarantine van outside of his pub, even though it's been shut down because, like, oh, we tracked it back here, and this village has only 600 people in it. So, but this is what I mean when I'm saying personally attacked. Crates and slabs of beer being pushed out in shops and trolleys. Let me make this abundantly clear. That is what Wasted Wednesday is. Slabs of beer after I come back from the shop. So, go fuck you. Well, I imagine you sit at home and have a nice Hennessy's next to a roaring fire. Fucking bougie. Bougie. I'm here in the mud of working class drinking Carling. Ugh, Carling. Ugh. Like some sort of pleb. I'm not a pleb, sir. I am low energy. But
low energy plebs.
Low energy plebs. Maybe that's what we should call the chat. We still haven't come up with a name with them yet. Shouldn't go into places where you might get the virus. Well, obviously, Yeah, but it's just they're shutting stuff down, and now all pubs are closed except for the lodge. And even then, I was really lucky to get those cans of Guinness. But yeah, it fucking sucks, and it sucks that it's getting worse worldwide. In fact, how's it been for you there, Krendar? Has it gotten worse since I last asked? Better?
The the COVID in general, you mean, or
Yeah, the COVID and the effects of the COVID, like increased lockdown, increased
yeah,
tightening.
things are tightening back up again. Like they were starting to open up. Like you could go into a sit down restaurant, but it would have to be at like half capacity or something, and they've closed that back down again. So
Mm,
now it's patio or takeout only again. I think gatherings, public gatherings of people have been cut down in size a bit again, but I wouldn't say it's a massive difference other than the restaurant thing.
yeah.
We've been
Um,
mandating masks pretty much everywhere for a while now.
and what about you there, Dirt? How's the virus been affecting yous?
Well, I live in a small county in the Appalachian Mountains where the sheriff has stated that he is not going to enforce any mask mandates anywhere whatsoever. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter where you go, the businesses can try to make you leave, but in fact, the higher ups have been like, not, like managers, higher management have told the workers just fucking let them go because we don't want to deal with a bunch of people saying, but my freedom.
My freedom. Oh,
They will.
I'm
So
sorry. I thought this was America.
yeah, right. So what I want to do is I just want to go to one of these places where they don't, you know, fucking mandate the masks and they don't enforce it because there are places that will. For example, the smoke shops, some of them will, where you get your tobacco products and whatnot, and then the ABC store, which is our off license store or whatever, just the alcohol, beer. I don't know what the fuck it stands for. It stands for ABC. Uh, but fuck, brain fart. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the
Uh,
mask.
yeah, masks.
Yeah, I'd like to go into one of these stores that doesn't mandate the mask, not wearing any shoes or a shirt, and see what they say to me. Because, I just want to be like, well, what the fuck? There's a sign on the front door that says I have to wear a mask too, but nobody's doing that. Nobody gives a fuck. Who am I hurting by wiggling my toes out?
You're making fetishes come alive, sir. You're making fetishes come alive.
Look, I've got a mouth fetish, and all these people not wearing a mask, it just drives me crazy.
With lust.
Um, well, if you're not going crazy over lust, then you're just going crazy, and that's unfortunate.
I
Uh,
always figured the no shoes, no service thing was just based on not wanting to have a bunch of junkies in the store.
yeah. Plus, I suppose it would. A lot of people would be kind of off put. Also, it's a poverty thing as well. Like when that first came into play, it would have been like the 30s and 40s, and there'd have been a lot of shoeless kids running around.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably a very it's probably a very classist thing. Once again, when do we overthrow the capitalist bourgeois and set up a workers' proletariat? This is going to be a thing of the past because everyone will receive mandatory shoes. So yeah.
Of a minimum possible quality, though, of course.
My ma said she went to Yugoslavia back during Tito, and everyone wore the same shoes. Everyone wore the same shoes. Everyone wore the same shirts. Everyone drove the same car, and they were all really bog standard, middle of the road, or worse. Like you couldn't find any high quality stuff except for stuff that was smuggled in from the West.
Man, it must get
So
really confusing in the parking lots, eh?
I have no idea how they got around that because you could also, for a while, you couldn't even have different colors past the 4 or 5 allowed. So like it would have just been wandering around lada 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 lada.
Yeah, yeah.
um,
But speaking of the no shirt, no shoes thing, no service, certainly working in a restaurant has taught me a few things about some of these rules. Like, you know how a lot of places will be have a thing where you're not allowed to use the bathroom unless you buy something.
oh yeah,
that kind of rule, or customers only bathroom.
Yeah.
That's not just them trying to money grub and like
Oh no,
people for
it's
money.
to keep junkies and winos
Yeah,
and homeless people away. Like that's one of the oldest rules in
exactly.
the book.
But that's something I never realized until I was working at one of those places myself. You know?
I didn't when Skep was on. Didn't I tell the story of the pay toilet with the old lady outside the front of it, outside of
I
Epicurean?
think so.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, and the same in Subway. You can't unless you order something. You can't go and get yourself a go to the toilet. A lot of bars too. But the thing about bars around here, pubs in particular, is that if you're quick enough, you just walk in the door and the toilet is right to the left, and you just rush in real quick. And if they look at you over the bar, you just put your finger up and go like, I'll be out in a second," and they'll be like, "Oh wow, he must really kind of hold it," and then you go and then you walk out.
Yeah.
You say pay toilet?
Oh,
it's a British thing.
Yeah, you have to pay like 20p, 20 cent, depending on where it is. 20p. Haha.
Like there'll be a little lock on the door to the stall or whatever.
You know those gumball machines that you put like you twist it and then it comes out. It's the same principle, but outside of the toilet. There's a great line from The Simpsons from years ago. It's about as useful as a Scottish pay toilet.
Yeah.
I have at one point worn an Irish equivalent of a kilt, which is just a kilt, slightly bluer, because it's a Celtic thing rather than a thing, and they're meant to like add up your family colors and where you're from, and then it's all mixed together. But fuck it, like in wintertime, God no, fuck no, I would not wear that. The wind alone, it'd just be tackled out, dangling in the wind constantly. Your arse would just be on display for everyone. Perhaps this is something you're into. As for me, I like them to work for it. Meanwhile, this month. Oh, before we go any further, you guys might see down in the corner here, we have a new goal. In fact, I have it about on the small side. I'll make it a bit bigger.
In fact, the fact that we have a goal is new.
Yeah, we've actually not really done a goal so much as I've just crossed over the previous goal for my normal streams. This is the first one of the actual of our own podcast itself. Oh, in case you're wondering, whenever we had gotten money in the past, we've always split it. So, but here it is, Bearded Boozathon. If you guys donate, and we reach the goal, or even if we get like 99% close, you know,
we round it off.
Yeah, Krendar and I will have a very special Bearded Ramblings where we will be purchasing some top shelf hooch. Not just the crap that I normally drink on Wasted Wednesday, but like something a little special, something a bit special. And we'll try to do a show while getting nice and buzzy, you know, nice and flowing.
Yeah, so basically if we meet the goal, the next show we will be wasted for.
Mm-hmm. Which will be great because we'll have Lush Gamer on, and she'll probably show up a bit jarred herself. So we'll have a very tipsy flirty girl. We'll have a very tipsy flirty boy, and we'll have Krendar, who is seldom tipsy but always flirty.
There you go.
Yeah,
so getting me tipsy will be the special treat.
Oh, there you go. Although, let's be honest, this is actually I can't believe this. This is the first time I've been drinking on the actual podcast because I was always terrified of technical issues. So this is a first.
Now we've kind of settled in a little bit. Yeah.
By the way, isn't it crazy? We have a baker's dozen of these now. Oh no, nice. A baker's dozen is 13, isn't it?
Yeah. What number are we on now?
12.
This is 12. Well, next week will be the baker's dozen then.
Still, it's crazy that we even
this
got
week is the
digits.
Real dozen.
Yeah. Dozen of these motherfuckers.
The baker's dozen, otherwise known as 12 for you and 1 for me.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you have to spread that love out somehow.
Oh, Chad wants to know when we're having that John Morgan guy on. Asks John Morgan.
Oh wow! Thousands of people asking, millions just pouring in. We want John Morgan. I can actually hear them outside my window right now. John, we have a few slots open in November. If you want, you're more than welcome on.
That guy, he doesn't. He barely. He has zero facial hair. I don't know if he's.
I know. I've seen him.
Oh.
He's like he stopped growing at the age of 14. Like it's
Yeah, we certainly wouldn't want to have anybody with
lack of facial hair.
long, luxurious hair, but very little on his face on this show, would we?
No.
Listen,
I mean, even Missy had to put like a merkin on her face for her time here.
You got more sideburns than Shabisky.
Well, that's not
That's
hard.
true.
That's not hard, for fuck's sake.
All I'm saying is Shabisky set the bar low, and I'm above and beyond the qualifications of facial hair.
What's the largest hair? What's the largest beard you can pull off?
Well, it kind of stops growing at an angle like this, but it's slowly closing in. But I'm only 22, so that's just to be expected.
It's just a babby.
Before the end of the year, I will show you a picture of myself in 2000 and I'm going to say 8 or maybe even earlier, maybe 5 even. And my beard was ZZ Top's level beard. It was huge. This thing would make Paul's ego go, oh, now I feel emasculated. And I had the hair back then too. I have to find a picture of it though. At some point I will find the picture and I will either post it up on our Discord, link of it in the description down below, along with Streamlabs, along with these two sweet boys' channels. And you guys can wait. And if not, at some point I'll find it and be like, oh yeah, I was going to show you this. Because I was also incredibly fat. Like, oh my, I was approaching barely the fridge levels fat. So
Before his diet, yeah.
Oh well, obviously not now. So,
yeah. He's been doing a good job overall.
He's been doing a very good job. But like all diets, ups and downs, and his job now is to keep that off for as long as possible. And God help him, because that's not an easy thing to do. I should know. This is what I didn't really look into. So let's take Homer down, or Bacchus Homer. Let's give that dude a proper name. Yeah. Politician stuffs 4,500 in his underpants, in the underpants he was wearing during a raid by anti-corruption police.
That's not suspicious or anything.
Just a minute.
Hey, officer, that's my dick.
It's very lumpy.
It's just a massive roll of pennies down the left side of his leg.
I mean, that much cash, it's going to have to be visually noticeable, right?
He might have just had the biggest ass in the world. Like, he is from Brazil.
I mean, I assume it was noticeable because they caught him.
Oh,
so
yeah.
They obviously figured it out.
Senator Chico Rodriguez. Chico Rodriguez sounds like a character they made up for Narcos.
Yeah.
He is innocent and he will prove that I have nothing to do with any illicit act. Key ally Brazil's president. Oh, he's an ally of Bolsonaro. Wow. What a shock. Has been arrested and anti-corruption officers discovered a wad of banknotes in the underpants he was wearing. But where was the wad? Was it like Ace Ventura 2 where it was sticking out of his ass? Or was it out in the front where he was kind of packing?
Not even. Did it need to be washed?
Did he tuck it up under?
Oh, it's already been laundered.
Wah, wah. Twice.
Police initially found 10,000 reals, or £1,380, and 4,205 inside a safe in Senator's house during a search. That's actually not all that much.
Okay, so they weren't actually literally pounds; they were just that equivalent.
No, I think it's
because this is a British site reporting on it. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got a lot of stuff from Scotland.
I was kind of wondering why this
old man,
this guy specifically would have
their leg weights. He's
pounds.
trying to get some good legs going on. Asked to go to the bathroom, and according to police reports, large rectangular bulge under the senator's shorts as he was walked off. Wait, shorts? Was he being let out in his shorts?
Well, shorts doesn't necessarily mean underwear. Remember?
I know. No, but that just says found inside his underwear. So maybe he had shorts.
Near his buttocks.
Near his buttocks were stacks of money that totaled $2,000.
Oh, he was hiding them in his Grendel zone.
Oh. It's lucky that they weren't in like a money bag, or else there would be like a massive ink stain all over his ass crack.
No.
For the 3 times where he has additional cash to stow in his underpants, Senator angrily shoved his hands into his underwear, retrieved more stacks of. Oh my! It's like a cartoon. Like, please empty your pockets, sir. And he puts one in, and the guy raises an eyebrow, and he keeps going, ugh, keeps throwing more in.
Yeah.
Angrily shoves his hands
Fine.
into his underwear. Hey, you always shove your hands into your underwear for good things, not evil. Totaling another £2,000. And another search turned up another £35. Oh, baby cakes. I don't. That is him. Yeah, there he is. The weird thing is that says like progress behind them there. Oh, Brazil, you ain't gonna progress out of this anytime soon.
The
Dressed
irony.
him pretty well. At least if he would have gotten away with it.
If it wasn't for those
Head-
meddling kids and those dogs that like to go through guys' pants.
I was about to say exactly that.
It was like a K9 unit, but it's like the version of Scooby-Doo is that they always discover it's corrupt politicians.
it's the canine unit that is unusually mellow and stoned,
and also can
including
talk.
the dog.
The dog can talk, but at least they all say they can. No one
Sort
else
of.
has ever. Yeah, no one else. What would that be in Portuguese? You'd be like,
Rutro reggae. It's old man Jenkins.
Oh, it's always old man Jenkins.
Mhm.
What? Like at this point, let's be honest here. Whenever this, especially in the early episodes, whoever they saw first when they're driving down the road, whoever it was, did it. Like that's it. Like they meet an old dude who's like, "You want to stay away from that house? Some say it's haunted.
Yeah.
You haunted.
You don't want
you?
to go down that road."
It was ooh, this is one I picked up from DP from last night. You probably recognize this.
Yeah.
Yeah, reporter Maria Atkins threatens to kill Anchorage Mayor Berkowitz in disturbing voicemail. Holy shit.
So when's she going to jail?
I just learned through my Emmy Award-winning journalism, you're also a pedophile and like little girls and children. And there's a web.
Children.
Wait, little girls and children? Isn't that redundant?
I think maybe she says like, oh, little girls in the form of cuties, and then and children would be all the other children. So she just highlighted one facet of his fetish. It'd be like if you were into black
cuties
chicks.
Is children though.
Yeah, but it'd be like if you were into black chicks and also feet. You're probably gonna like everyone's feet, but you're specifically going to like black chicks' feet. And I'm not saying that it's perfect. I mean, look at
Black
that.
feet matter.
Well, of course they do. That should be a poster, and it's just a black foot instead of a black fist. Look at she has a super villains from like the 80s eyebrows.
Yeah, and a terrifying rictus grin.
She got hit by Joker's laughing gas. No, she's stuck in a big grin.
I'm so fucking exposing you. I'm gonna get an Emmy. So you either turn yourself in, kill yourself, or do what you need to do.
I'm gonna get an Emmy.
Oh, she's got her priorities set. What is she wearing there? I thought that she had 2 giant cans of Monster Energy drink in front of her.
Kill you and Mara Kimmel, my goddamn self, you Jewish piece of living fuck.
Bit of anti-Semitism as well as the threats. Ba-dum.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill? Is
What?
that what she said?
I don't know how that factors in.
Oh, I'm sure there's a QAnon conspiracy about Mark Hamill.
Damn self, you Jewish piece of living fucking shit. You have met your match, motherfucker. You have met your motherfucking match. I can't believe I am such a good person and thought.
I don't know who that is, but he's more interesting than she is.
You know what?
I can't believe I'm such a good person.
I have to
I'm
agree
gonna
with her.
kill you.
I also don't believe that she's a good person.
I loved you. I fucking hate. I don't even hate you. I will pray for your Zionist fucking ass. You piece.
Look at that.
She
looks like she's the news anchor for a fascist alternate version of America. You know,
she's like, I will pray for you while I carry out my threat of murder upon you,
while also insulting like your heritage and blackmailing you.
Yeah.
while also claiming it's all for an Emmy.
Right?
I'm gonna get my Emmy.
That's the point of it all being for an Emmy. Is the only part of any of this that I
She's
actually
the
believe.
female Ron Burgundy.
Shit.
It's all coming
I
together.
hope she's just as incompetent.
Well, she's already arrested. I mean, shit was leaked. So
And
Has she
I'm
already
putting
been
this on the
arrested?
news.
I'm gonna find out there now, but I think didn't they mention it last night?
I should hope so, because she is definitely broken the law.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, if you're threatening a public official, if you're
Oh yeah,
threatening
it says
anyone,
arrest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mayor's resignation led to Anchorage mayor's resignation. TV reporters probably, yeah, because they like everyone was saying last night, they probably were fucking. So I'm also interested in him. He's a very cubed torso. It's very Sims 1.
Everybody in this story is more interesting than she is.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, like that dude back here in like the suit. He looks like the jetpack dude we saw from England.
Probably is.
Going across the lake.
This is where he landed.
People who love people.
For your Zionist.
Although, man, she has got
putting this
quite
on
the
the
crazy
news
face
tonight.
going on.
Bye. Have a great Friday, you motherfucker.
I love if she hung up her phone, she turns around, she's in the middle of church. What are you all looking at?
Yeah, probably.
Have a great Friday, you motherfucker.
You always know when pissed off women, they always try to end their conversations when they're like on a tirade with this over the top fucking sentence.
Motherfucker.
Fucking have a great day.
It's a good thing they arrested her though, because she looks crazy enough to actually carry through on her threat.
Inappropriate sexting. He called it messaging. Yes, you were. I'm talking about sex. But no, he was like, once this was released, that's it. Like, I can't imagine, they couldn't keep her on.
No.
Imagine that was released and the next day she's there in Good Morning Anchorage or something, like a cup of coffee.
The very first thing that channel did after this was a gigantic disavow.
Yeah, they have.
They're just like, whoa, no.
Well, we don't disagree. Well, we do disagree with the actions of our mayor here. Some things are better left unsaid.
Oh god! Oh yeah, here he is. This is him apologizing for fucking around. Hey, this just proves one thing: you never stick your dick in crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It always adds up.
And he tried to, at least. I don't know if they ever did it in person or not, but
he stuck his dick in crazy DMs.
Yeah. That can just be as terrifying because you have less effort to do. Believe me, I know.
Less attachment.
Yeah. Speaking of crazy, did you guys see the town hall last night?
Nope.
I got through about 20 minutes of it and had to walk away. It was just mind numbing.
Oh, is that good, huh?
Did you take a test on the day?
Here's just some highlights of it. This is the Trump. What they did was weird. At the same time, they were doing Biden's town hall. They were doing Trump's town hall, and they were monitoring the views. Biden knocked Trump out of the park for views. So many more people went in to look at Biden, and Trump. Oh my God! Look, you'll hear some of the crazy shit he says.
The debate, I guess, is the bottom line.
I probably did, and I took a test the day before and the day before, and I was always in great shape, and I was in great shape.
Great shape. Oh no, he's had his 15th stroke of the day.
For the debate. As president, I can't be locked in a room someplace for the next year and just stay and do nothing. And every time I go into a crowd...
He honestly thinks that...
You do your job from a room.
He doesn't even need to do that. He can literally just be put on, say, a stage ages away from people. And he doesn't have to interact with anyone. But he thinks that that's what's going to happen. He's going to be locked in a little closet somewhere with a feed drip, like he's a fucking hamster to keep him safe. That's what he thinks is going to happen.
They'll probably keep America safe.
Oh, Jesus. If you take away his phone and make him forced to watch endless PBS nature documentaries on the universe and basic things like welcome back to Math 101. 1 + 1 = 2. No, fake news.
No, fuck that. Take away his phone and his TV and sit him down with Nancy Pelosi and let's get another fucking stimulus bill passed already. What the
Amen
fuck?
to yeah. That was a bad look for Pelosi. But here's the thing: I can see what she was doing, but I also at the same time, it's so up in the air right now that I can kind of also see like, no, we're gonna play harder ball. But it didn't look good from her position, so I'm not gonna take a stance on that in her defense, especially because it's still not the amount of money that she was asking for originally. It's like half of it or even a quarter of it. It wouldn't do anywhere near as much as should be.
And rather than give the money to the cities who are in need, who maybe have suffered from protests that are, at the end of the day, like, I feel like if everybody wasn't trapped at home and forced to, like, you know, fuck off, I feel like less people would have been angry in the streets just kicking shit around. And granted, there weren't really that many fires as people made it out to be set in the streets. Like 97% of American protests in the past few months have been peaceful. But you know, we're gonna politicize the fuck out of those 3%
of course, they never show even like slightly more left leaning channels won't show the more peaceful protests because it doesn't drum up business. It doesn't promote. It's not content, but like that's like, you know, it's. I honestly don't support the riots. I do support the protests until the protests turn into the riots. Then I'm like,
that's the thing. 3% of protests turn into
pretty
riots.
much, yeah.
Pretty easy to disavow 3% of something.
And yet Trump can't seem to disavow what he probably considers as a very small amount of his fan base, the alt-right, as you're going to hear here. He always has to have a caveat with it. Did you hear like before where he couldn't, for the longest time, he didn't do anything about the Proud Boys? And now...
except for tell them to stand by.
Stand by. Oh God, stand back and stand by.
Oh, stand down and stand by.
I was with the parents of our fallen heroes.
Part of me wants there to be a coup because it would end so badly for the Proud Boys. The internet would get a whole lot less toxic. One way or another, they wouldn't be online anymore. So I don't care if they try to. They'd get mowed down within 10 minutes. The army doesn't support them, so fuck it.
As a citizen of the United States, I sincerely hope there is not a coup.
It won't be a successful coup, although in all fairness, I obviously don't. I'm obviously being hyperbolic. I wouldn't want that. But if it does happen, I always try to look on the bright side, and the bright side is, oh, Tim Pool, you might want to stand right there. You go. Bye, Tim.
That fucking guy, man. Jesus.
Every 5 seconds, he thinks there's going to be a civil war. The only civil war he's going to get is if he keeps rewatching the Marvel movies. Or Ken Burns. Or hell, Ken Burns. But that probably has a bit of false news in it, doesn't it? Yeah, like why was the war started?
Wrong.
People are the most incredible people, and they came up to me and they would hug me and they would touch me, and I'm not going to not let them do it.
When a president doesn't wear a mask or makes fun of folks like me when I was wearing a mask for a long time, then people say, well, it mustn't be that important.
After contracting COVID-19 yourself,
look at the size of those shoulder pads. We are back in the 80s, and she is ready to go on her first date at the mall.
Has your opinion changed on the importance of mask wearing?
No, because I was okay with the masks. I was good with it, but I've heard many different stories on masks.
If you listen to the head of the CDC, he stood up and he said, while we're waiting for a vaccine, and he held up a mask. You wear this mask, you'll save more lives between now and the end of the year than if we had a vaccine.
I knew it was a big threat. At the same time, I don't want to panic this country.
I just realized, look at Trump's collar. He's like pouring out. He's like a souffle that's burst. And it's kind of going over the edges. His face is kind of like melting over into his suit.
I don't want to go out and say
muffin top.
What?
His neck has a muffin top.
It does, and it also has a gunt sometimes as well. Did you see that? He's got like a gunt.
The neck gunt, yeah.
Yeah, there should be a compilation out there somewhere of neck guns. Ooh.
And when we say sometimes, you mean most of the time.
It's either the muffin top or the gunt.
Say everybody's going to die. Isn't
there a middle ground? You don't have to mislead, but you can.
No, there's not a middle
Oh,
ground.
there is no middle ground. I have to lie to these people.
Yeah, I have to lie to the idiots. And
There's no
surprisingly,
middle ground in politics. Come on.
yeah, there hasn't been a middle ground in politics since there was a third party, since there was a third faction we could go against, the fucking Nazis, who nowadays, you know, there was some bad people in it, but there were some good people too. You know, there's some fine
There are
people.
decent folks on both sides.
Yeah.
You have to
the
be
guys, Von Braun, he helped us get to the moon. You know,
safe, you have to be vigilant, and you have to be smart.
Besides, you ain't black. What do you have to say to young black voters who see voting for you as further participation in a system that continually fails to protect them?
Well, I say, first of all, as my buddy John Lewis said, it's a sacred opportunity and right to vote. You can make a difference. If young black women and men vote, you can determine the outcome of this election. Not a joke. You can do that.
Mr. President, what will you and your administration do to better prepare our law enforcement officers to work in collaboration with the communities that they serve, and also...
I just realized, look what they're on Captain America's shield.
Yeah.
to protect the lives of innocent black and Latinos from police brutality and injustice.
Right. I fully understand the question, and
good that
Right,
you understand
I
the question.
What you said. I know. I listened to exactly what you just said.
Why did he feel the need to even say that?
Because he's Donald Trump, the most powerful man on earth. This is 2020, and I don't want to be here anymore.
I acknowledge that I understand you are in basic English.
He looks like a gorilla that's just noticed a large piece of fruit on the ground. Like, look at those eyes. He's like,
Yeah.
I saw everything that you saw over the summer, and it was a terrible thing to watch. And some people don't like it when I say it, but a lot of people agree. I have done more for the African American community than any president, with the exception of Abraham Lincoln.
That's a sentence he just said, and it's not the first time he said it.
Like what?
Yeah, name one thing you've done.
He brought at least 3 black people into the Oval Office, and one of them is Kanye. That's helped him.
Kanye's not a real human, though.
No, he's like
doesn't count.
He's a machine that was made but now is broken, like some virus in him. And
his AI is glitching out.
Yeah. Jesus, did you see? He thought that he was like number 3 votes in like Kentucky. Oh god,
what?
it was so.
Can you clarify that? What?
All right, we'll watch that afterwards because other people could say it best. But TDLR, Kanye thought that he was the 3rd most voted candidate in the Kentucky primaries. Like,
like, sure you are, buddy.
Yeah, and he did it like a video. Like, he's looking at it on his phone. He's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it!" And I'm just there, like, and the whole world is like.
Here's where we got confused. The actual number was that 3 people voted for him.
Actually, it was statistically it wasn't too far off. I'll try to find the footage, but he didn't just get that wrong either.
You said you don't want to ban fracking. As you know, it's an important issue here in Pennsylvania. Not everyone buys your denial. A member of the Boilermakers Local 154, Sean Stefani, was quoted in the New York Times today saying, "You can't have it both ways." It says you can't meet your goal to end fossil fuels without ending fracking. What do you say to people like Sean who doubt your denial because they think you want to keep that promise?
Tell them the Boilermakers overwhelmingly endorse me, okay? What I would do is I would stop giving tax breaks and subsidizing oil. We don't need to subsidize oil any longer, number one. We should stop that and save billions of dollars over time. What I would also do with regard to, the difference between me and the new Green Deal, they say automatic.
That newborn baby is very angry looking.
She looks like she's holding in a huge fart.
Looks like I was thinking she's about to get sick, but it's like or have like the thing comes out of her mouth and just devours it in another like hand with like teeth on it and just devours his face.
She's trying real hard to hold it back. Yeah.
Yeah, she can't. She hungers and she needs to keep the flesh suit disguise going a little while longer, but she's battling it.
What is with that expression though? What the fuck?
She's probably sick of this shit. That's what it is.
Yeah, but she should at least be a little more professional about it.
At this point. I think we're a bit past past that at this
I mean,
stage.
when it's her job to be there like this, yes. I mean, this is the expression you should be getting off of the average person on the streets reaction, but not somebody in her position.
You know who she reminds me of? When I was in the homeless shelter in New York, the girl behind the woman behind the counter was about her age, black, dressed very similar to that, and had that exact same expression to 90% in front of them, who were all like, "Yo, man, when am I going to get my papers so I could leave?" And she's like, "Sir, we can start over if you want, but you've been here 3 days now. You want to wait another 3 days, or do you want to sit down and be a little more calmer?" You know, she was just past this.
That's the expression. Yep.
And Biden looks like he's found a set of keys that were very shiny.
Radically, by 2030, we're going to be carbon free. Not possible.
So are you for it or against it? You say you're not for it, but in your website it says you call it a crucial framework. The Green New Deal.
My deal is a crucial framework.
I'm sure they'll ask you the white supremacy question. I denounce white supremacy.
Okay.
And frankly, you want to know something? I denounce Antifa.
See what he did there? He can't under any circumstance just denounce white supremacy. He has to throw in left groups. And he's shocked that Biden doesn't do it. He doesn't care. He might even realize he doesn't care. Antifa can't stand Biden either. So Biden doesn't need to be like, "Hey, I don't like Antifa." He has already said that on several occasions. Trump has to have his arm twisted because Proud Boys fucking adore this man. So he can't go against his own fan base because he's very strong daddy issues. Oh, God. What is this year? What is this life?
And I denounce these people on the left that are burning down our cities, that are run by Democrats who don't know what they're doing.
While we're denouncing, let me ask you about QAnon.
I just don't know about QAnon.
You do know.
I don't know. No, I don't know. What I do.
What's QAnon? Some sort of sandwich? Is it like a Quiznos? Is it like a Quiznos?
No, it's from Qdoba.
He started like they asked him questions before. He was like, QAnon says stuff that you're basically working to take down.
I remember this. Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, does that sound like a bad thing to you?"
Hold that thought. If they're going to show the clip of it.
What you hear about it is they are very strongly against pedophilia.
That's what he thinks QAnon is. Anti-pedophilia. When one of the original founders of QAnon was recently arrested for being a pedophile.
Well, as you do.
As you do.
And I agree with that. I mean, I do agree with that, and I agree with it.
But there's not a satanic pedophile cult being run by.
I know nothing about that.
You don't know that? Okay.
I never noticed that. Look at that woman back there. She's like,
Okay.
No, I don't know.
You
that.
just this
neither
week.
do you know that.
Okay, just this week, you retweeted to your 87 million followers a conspiracy theory that Joe Biden orchestrated to have SEAL Team 6, the Navy SEAL Team 6, killed to cover up the fake death of bin Laden. Now, why would you send a lie like that to your followers? You retweeted it.
That was a retweet. That was an opinion of...
Now we know what his cum face looks like.
Oh.
But oh my God, like the dude is the most anything he wants he can get for the most part. So the idea of him retweeting something to that many people and then is like, "Oh well, I didn't know, I just retweeted it." So what, you never bothered to stop and think that shit that you say might have an impact? An impact that might be really... Hell, one of the guys from SEAL Team 6 said, like, "I know who I fucking killed." Like, he did not like that one bit.
I mean, you could have stopped your statement at that he doesn't stop to think about anything.
I do think he does, but I don't think he ever admits to the things that he thinks about. Like, how will the Proud Boys think about this? How will Fox News spin this in my favor? He'll never actually have he'll never outright state it. But that is the agenda he aims for. But he knows he can't outright say it.
The agenda.
He has an agenda. He has an agenda, and he's it's actually been falling apart. He hasn't been getting what he wants.
He has a gender.
I'm sure he has. Well, yeah, with the new Supreme Court now, he probably does have a gender.
Somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a
People can decide for themselves. The President of the United States. All right. Kennedy. Imagine Twitter exists in the 60s. And Kennedy puts out a message about Castro, I don't know, having a death robot. And then when people complain, he's like, well, I just wanted to put it out there and let people make their own decision. And suddenly we got the Bay of Pigs. This is I hate that this is a word. I hate that this is two words next to each other. This should be a spoof. This should be an alternate reality joke on Netflix right now. But here it is. President Trump. Now that might be over soon, but there'll never not be a time where we'll be post President Trump.
You're not like.
So how badly do you think it went in the alternate timeline when we had President Hillary instead?
Oh, I don't want that situation either. I'd like to go back even further. I'd like to be President Gore, honestly. It would have been boring,
interesting,
but it would have been very efficient, and you'd have gotten the green. You would have gotten
more
green,
like President Bohr.
Yeah, pretty much. Hell, I recently rewatched that clip from The Simpsons. Mr. President, someone finally bought a copy of your book. Well, this calls for a celebration.
Like someone's crazy uncle. Your own FBI director says there is no evidence of widespread fraud.
Well, then he's not doing a very good job.
That's what you want just before the election, telling America that you don't support your own head of the FBI that you put there after firing the last three guys.
Right?
How many people you think have left office since Trump's took it over? Because it's a huge number.
Revolving door.
The last time I saw like this many people dropping out of a government, it was 1945 in Germany. You know, like I almost feel like Trump is in the bunker right now, screaming at like underground, but it's Trump.
99999.
If I'm elected president,
Twitter, Vine Twitter, give a Vine Twitter.
you will not hear me race.
You see Mitch McConnell there, like trying to break away his own party, his own like version of the Republican Party at the end. Should I call it? No, it should be Pence. It should be Pence, and he's like, oh, should I shake President Biden's hand? You think maybe?
You'll not hear me dividing. You'll hear me trying to unify bring people together. When I said I was running because I wanted to unify the country, people said, well, they were the old days. We better be able to do it again.
Agreed.
We better be able to do it again.
Mr. Vice President, if you lose, what will that say to you about where America is today?
Well, it could say that I'm a lousy candidate. And I did.
There's a sound bite that's going to be used a lot by people on the right.
Oh, yeah. Do a good job. But I think, I hope that it doesn't say that we are as racially, ethnically, and religiously at odds with one another as it appears.
Hey, NBC.
Well, unfortunately, you guys really are that divided right now, and it's fucking sad. But
possibly more than what it appears, even.
Oh Jesus, yeah, give it enough time.
Trump knows facts better than anybody, says John Morgan. He knows the best facts.
Yeah, I know facts. I know all the facts. I got the best facts. Do you? Yeah, it's right there. It's a brand new fax machine. Why? What did you think I meant? Why are you all looking at me like that? Oh, this was interesting. Only for this one scene there. Look, stunt double scales Liverpool landmark is filming for new Batman movie continues.
Nice. I've been to Liverpool.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Used to have family there.
Oh, cool.
This looks silly to me.
Doesn't he? It looks like it. That looks like the real skin. That looks like he's kind of like some sort of weird, kind of like a flying squirrel.
Yeah.
Maybe this is like their DC's version. Wait, is Squirrel Girl Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Oh, DC has no fun characters.
If I was gonna design this, it would have had like actual like little like bat spines in the wing, and then his hands would have like hooks on them, like bat
They could put
fingers.
that in. They could put that in a post afterwards. This could just be
No,
like
this
suit
looks
thing.
like shit, and I have a feeling this is gonna be like, yeah, he's got a wingsuit now because that's believable.
And then he has this scrotum skin coming up.
Also, what do you mean DC doesn't have any fun characters? They've got Arm Falls Off Man.
Or wait, they have Kite Man, don't they?
Is it DC or Marvel that had Typeface?
Who was the guy who ate stuff? Was he just called like the Eater or something like that? He can eat anything.
Yeah. And then there was the condiment guy.
You sure you're not
fight
thinking
Batman by shooting ketchup at him?
Oh yeah, that was the tie-in with like the cows, wasn't it? Like there was a version of like
I don't remember.
Oh, there was this promotional comic where like it was like a knockoff of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but they're all cows.
The secret cow level of comics. Oh yeah, Matter Eater Lad. That was his name.
Yes. Matter Eater. Do you remember? Didn't we do that? We looked at like the crappiest. Superheroes, or was that like on a 24-hour stream I did? I looked at like the crappiest superheroes, and there was.
I don't know if you did, but I know Deep Fat Fried did that.
That's right. I think that actually inspired me. In all fairness, inspired giant quotations. Oh, you mean you robbed them blind? Yes, because I'm coming late to this podcasting game. Shut up. We have Orange Gina. They don't have Orange Gina, and if they do, they'll be stealing it from us, won't it?
Exactly, we did that first, damn it.
Yeah, you'll hear it here first, and then they point to like episode 4 of Deep Fat Fried, and it's like they're looking at the Orange Gina, and I'm like, you fucking assholes! You couldn't even give us one thing. Stunt double dresses Batman as you picture the top of the Royal Library building in Liverpool, despite stringent tier 3. By the way, you hear my accent really coming out when I say the word 3. I have to say 3 very carefully, or was I say 3?
Hey, just say it how you say it. Don't even worry about
Tier
it.
3 coronavirus restriction being imposed in the city. Then when the Batman Hollywood movie starring Robert Pattinson and Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell's going to play the Penguin. I don't know how I feel about that.
That's going to be weird. He can't do any worse than Danny DeVito did.
Are you fucking shitting me? I loved Danny DeVito in that.
I mean, he was hilarious, but he was not accurate.
Because the Penguin is a blowhard who seldom has any real power himself. He's usually
but he's not like a weird mutant, though.
Kind of looks like a weird mutant anytime you've seen him. He's definitely a little bit on the inbreed side. The Cobblepots. Wait, was it Cobblepot? Yeah, he was the Cobblepot.
Yeah.
No, it was Alfred Cobblepot, wasn't it? I know Alfred's family worked for the Penguin before they worked for the Waynes.
Did they?
Yeah, they brought that up in one of the animated series where he's trying to get Alfred to leave Bruce Wayne, and he's saying how horrible it was working for them. Because the Penguin comes from a super rich family as well. But, actually, this picture in particular reminds me of. It reminds me of the start of the Batman Begins films. The second one, where they're in the car park and all the vigilantes dressed as Batman show up. And then Batman knocks out all the bad guys and the vigilantes. It's like, what makes you any difference? I'm not wearing hockey pads. Like, you're getting that vibe looking at him. Like, he's like some sort of Kmart Batman. Batfellow, as Yahtzee would call him. Spoderman and Batfellow.
Nice. I love Spoderman.
Push to talk. Whoops. Oh yeah, no worries.
I was sitting here going,
John Goodman as the Penguin. Oh, fuck, that's brilliant, John Morgan. I like that. Sorry, go on.
Oh no, I was just sitting here, because I have push to talk on and I'm drunk. And then,
dude, you switch to voice activation. It'd be easier.
I would, but I'm used to the push to talk, and I have dogs that sometimes see a cat out front and they go.
I get that.
Fair enough.
That's fair enough. What type of dogs do you have?
I've got a. She's 3/4 Great Pyrenees. and quarter golden lab. She's a sweet girl. That's the one that tries to dig through the windows when she sees either the UPS truck or the mailman or a cat.
I had a dog about that.
Then I also have a deformed dwarf runt French bulldog of questionable purity and pedigree.
Hey, that one will live the longest.
It's a dwarf and a mutant. It has like on each side of its rib cage, there's one rib that's like a spiral, which is just a deformity.
I actually knew someone in real, like an actual person who had that. They had their ribs went like an S. It's very rare. But no, seriously, your mutts are far more likely to survive. Smaller dogs also survive longer than larger dogs.
Yeah, that's because the purebreds are typically inbred as hell.
Absolutely, like that poor Dalmatians, they usually go blind long before they hit middle age. Which 101 Dalmatians, which can I just put out 101 Dalmatians, the mother, that poor dog.
Seriously.
She would have just been in agony for days. Anyway, go ahead. People are banned from socializing with other households, but yeah, I know that. But parts of the club. The new restrictions in Liverpool not going to impact the filming of the city region. It kind of makes sense if it's like a closed set, but even then, the crew could spread it to each other.
Yeah. I like the bat bike here.
The bat bike looks. He looks. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the bike from the original Judge Dredd film. Like the law enforcement. The one with Stallone. And what was that?
Yeah, I still remember what the bike looked like, but
it was a flying bike, but it could turn into a regular bike. It was like the gun's called the Lawbringer. I forget what the bike's called. The reboot of that is fucking amazing.
I mean, this looks like actually a kind of a nice bike. It just doesn't look very Batman.
No, that's the closest. That spiky thing there is the closest thing that looks like it could be some. Batman director Reeves. We'll see Patterson, 34, Footsteps, Christian. Yeah, it's all just about. No, I wanted to shout out this for the weird ass sort of low energy suit going on there, but I think they're gonna touch him up in post. That's what I think. They're gonna make him look
pretty weird.
They're gonna add stuff onto him. I don't think they're gonna have him as it is. But I'll tell you what, if either of you remember this, or anyone in the chat remembers this and sees the film, and he still looks like that, you can call me out for being a fucking idiot. And is he wearing a loincloth there? What's going on there?
Bat loin.
Bat loincloth. It's aerodynamic. I like it.
He looks like a stingray.
He does a little bit. Keep Steve Irwin as his villain.
he's gonna turn crime into Steve Irwin.
This was a good one. I saw on Facebook.
Oh yeah,
I saw this too.
Whoa, shit! Welcome. No, go away. Go away.
My girlfriend sent me this, and I was like, "Free my boy. He ain't do nothing wrong."
It wasn't too long ago. There was that dude who that little kid who stole like the car, and he wanted to drive off to like LA to buy like a Lamborghini or something. Remember that?
I think.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know that one.
That was DP was on, and he was like 8. And he had like $18 in his pocket, and he thought that was enough to buy a Lamborghini. And he took his mom. Yeah,
horrible.
Arrested 18-year-old boy Sunday after his stole school bus.
1811.
My bad. As they tried to stop him. Baton Rouge police. I'm going to pronounce it. Lejeune McKinney Jr. Okay.
It's okay. It's French. You're not under any obligation to pronounce it correctly.
Sacre Bleu Croissant Jr. told NBC that the boy drove away from the police 45 minutes on Sunday morning before crashing into a tree. Watch out for that tree. Watch out for that tree.
I know that reference.
He just didn't know how to use the brakes. George.
George of the jungle.
Where's the footage, though? There's no footage. Just a tweet. Oh, this is why I need to check better. Male juvenile crashed. What does his gender have anything to do with?
Yeah, I mean biologically male, but what's his gender?
Into three vehicles.
What kind of helicopter does he identify as?
What flavor of ice cream? Is he Rocky Road? Well, now he definitely is Rocky Road. Three vehicles and fleeing from officers. So afterwards, he got out and started running away from the cops.
I mean, it was a police chase all the way through.
I wonder how many stars he had. Like 4 or 5.
I think stealing a school bus is an immediate 4 stars.
The boy left the scene unscathed.
There's a helicopter after you immediately then. An APC.
Oh shit. Suffered a minor injury. That's a shame. It was unclear how he acquired the keys. That's actually a very, very good point. A Baton Rouge Head Start. That's the name of the school. That sounds like a special school for special kids. Here at Head Start, we'll make sure that everyone's happy. Just ask our most famous student, Christian Weston Chandler. I really liked Head Start. They allowed me to paint and draw. I started to draw, and now I'm still drawing.
See, this isn't the first time I've heard about children commandeering a school bus. Like, I've seen videos of kids being like, "We really stole the school bus." Like, I'm like, "What the fuck? How? Why? How?" Like, that's what I don't get. Like, do the bus drivers just like, "Hold on, you guys, I gotta go talk to somebody for a second," and we just leave the key in the ignition? Like, I understand how you may be.
That's a good question. How is it even possible for them to do this?
Well, they don't apparently know, but he's getting a good few charges. Aggravated flight, charge theft of vehicle, aggravated flight, 3 counts of damage, and 1 count of aggravated assault.
Aggravated flight? What, did he do like a sick jump off the bridge or something? No, I guess maybe that's, I don't even know what that's a term for. Maybe like, I'd say like he...
Oh, wait. Multiple police officers followed the bus and the child allegedly taunted and flipped officers off and struck other vehicles. So he was in Mad Max. He was just...
He was in full GTA mode.
I wonder if that's what he's going to play. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, this guy's a fucking baller. This kid's a
video
baller.
Games.
Video games made me do it.
They're gonna say that. They're gonna say that. What's this? Bungling burglar who let a burglar. I said burger. I guess I'm hungry. Bungling burglar who left name burger. Not same joke.
Bungling.
Yeah, about 24 hours in difference. Damn. Bungling burger. Damn you, man. Now I can't stop thinking of burgers. Who left name and address a crime scene, jailed. Not the first time that happens. A lot.
Look at those eyes.
But
is this John Hurt? Oh no, this is John. This is the little creepy guy from the Maltese Falcon and Casablanca. Yes.
This is the poster card of somebody who commits crimes for attention.
This is
maybe.
Or maybe he was like
now they know I exist.
It's the ultimate big brain move, you know.
Malcolm Pike. He sounds like he's a Starfleet captain.
He wrote his own home address at the scene of the crime, just so you'd be like, obviously that's unreal. I've been framed.
A rucksack containing his name and address. They've been jailed for 4 years.
Nice.
A rucksack. He left the rucksack behind.
He only stole 150 quid of cleaning equipment. So what? He left with a fucking like Roomba.
You got some cleaning chemicals to make meth.
Yeah, John Waters with a shaved mustache. Bill's got a point.
Damn right. Detective Sergeant Chris Raper Smith said Malcolm Pike, and worse, it's a triple name, so you could get rid of that shit so easily.
Dude, that's such an unfortunate name. And I live in the South. I used to do hay bales once a year, and I did it with this dude. And I was like, "What's your name, man?" And I gave him my last name. I have an exceptionally cool last name. I'm not going to dox myself. And he was like, "Damn, buddy, that's some shit." He's like, "Man, my last name is Raper." And I'm like, damn, like with an I in there or something. He's like, hell no, man, RAPER. And I'm like, fuck, dude.
That's where you remind him, you can have that legally changed,
Yeah.
We were fucking, we were stacking hay bales for this British millionaire for probably a lot less money than it was worth. So I have a feeling that he wasn't in a position to get his name changed.
I don't know what it costs to do that, actually, but damn.
Mr. Raper.
I know here
you think he could pass the hat around or something,
Yeah, start a GoFundMe.
This is a good cause to raise money for.
Look at this though. Malcolm Pike is a prolific. It's a damn fucking wine. It's making my lips numb.
Prolific thief.
There you go. Constantly proven to disregard for the law and welfare of others.
Well, yes, that's because he's a prolific thief.
But here's the thing:
That's
how good was he if he left a bag with all his information in it?
Doesn't look like John Waters.
Here's the thing, Lev. Prolific does not mean you're good at it.
Just
it
means
just means you do it a lot. It just means you do it a lot.
Unsophisticated was a fairly unsophisticated. Saw him leave behind a number of personal items. Straight to the front door. Returned to the rightful owner. He's pleaded guilty, which is good. It'd be kind of hard to plead the case,
I would have played the framing angle. I'd be like,
it's a setup. I mean, how stupid do you think I am?
This is an obvious setup. Come on.
This one,
I'm just going to leave my ID at the scene of the crime.
Durt, you sent me this.
Yeah, this one hits close to home of my home state.
I want to visit the sorority.
Oh yeah, that's.
It sounds like they know how to party.
For some reason that's not shown the video, but I have a backup. I don't know why before, so I found the clip on YouTube, so it works.
See, you knew. You planned ahead.
It was almost like
I have a little bit of planning. Not much, but it's a little.
Like a scene out of a movie.
I could make out a couple upside down crosses.
Students describe.
Oh my god. Like, woo, party, Beta Kappa, whoa.
Described the pictures they saw on social media.
It said, "Hail Satan." Written in blood.
Bloody messages were smeared onto the walls and windows of Alpha Delta Pi sorority house and on a nearby white Jeep at around 9 last night.
There's an individual that they had seen walking around that appeared to be in some level of...
An individual.
He has to be at least a distant relation to Brett.
I looked all over for pictures of these writings he did. I couldn't find anything. In this day and age, how do you not just come home to your sorority, see it covered in blood, and not put that shit all over Snapchat and Instagram?
Yeah, absolutely. That should be up in a few seconds. I'm also thinking this guy's reading off a script because his eyes are transfixed off screen.
Had blood on his arms and hands.
After being flagged down by someone and warned about a man looking distressed and having blood on his hands, ECU police say they found him near...
That sign sucks. Girls, get yourself something better. At least have one out in the yard.
I thought girls were supposed to be better at decorating than this.
Yeah.
That's why this guy came in with his blood and
he was holding a machete and had cut himself and then scrawled messages on different surfaces with his blood.
Was she laughing when she said that line?
And had cut himself and then scrawled messages on different surfaces with his blood.
Different surfaces. So much blood.
Pressing a giggle there.
Blood. He had written "All Hail Lucifer" and drawn triangles and upside down crosses. All messages.
Yeah, she's fucking holding back laughs.
Appear sadistic and satanic.
We saw all kinds of social media posts, and it's pretty crazy.
This guy's got that heterochromia, unless that's just.
Look at you can tell by this guy's shirt that he's a member of the sorority.
I haven't seen a single girl talk about this yet. In a sorority.
Now.
Yo, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Why are they all dudes talking?
Maybe, okay, I have a good idea.
These
Maybe it's because
live right
they
next
didn't,
to that.
they just put their, basically
their let's go put my shades on the ground right there. Okay.
Sorority house.
That's really good for the lenses, lads.
That person could have squeezed in and got on our property here. But
they're neighbors.
It's a good thing.
I guess the girls don't want to talk.
Thankful an ECU officer was there to de-escalate the situation and take the machete away from him.
Girls don't want to talk because this didn't happen.
What if it was one of the dudes there? I think it was one of those 3 dudes.
It was the guy who didn't want to look at the camera.
Ooh, let's go back. I didn't see that.
No, the next guy.
Okay,
on the far right. Go ahead a little bit farther in the video. Him. It's this guy. Notice he never looks at the camera.
He looks like
property here, but
okay,
no, yeah, he looked right there. Yeah.
Most of the time he's avoiding it though.
As of late, I've been looking at people's shades and seeing what's on the other side of it. So I'm trying to see, can I see the camera?
He's
Many thankful and ECU
I can make
officer
out
was
avoiding
there to
eye contact
de-escalate
that
the
much is very
situation
sus.
and
I think
take
he's
the
the
machete
imposter.
away from him.
An officer was able to disarm the individual without any further incident.
So that no one else got hurt.
Incident.
That's 2 individuals in one video.
Wait, the cop didn't want to look at the camera either. He's the one that did it.
Oh,
it's a cover up.
We were in it together.
Krandar, I believe you sent me this. It's time for some monkey shenanigans.
Glorious.
You know,
no!
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Awkward as hell.
Wait, that one there didn't fuck it. That one there didn't fuck him. There they go.
Dude, this is awesome monkey porno music.
Ada, it's kind of like it's almost like a compilation of like extreme close-up Gonzo porn. Boom, yeah. Except we'll be monkeys, awesome.
He's like, all right, I'm done.
Hey, it worked well for Puking Dog. Puking Dog.
Monkey exhibitionists.
From what I hear, monkeys are huge exhibitionists.
Oh, they fucking love it. I mean, where do you think the stereotype of like throwing your poop came from? Okay, I need to go to the toilet, and I want to grab a pint glass for grab for my pee, but that's beside the point. I have my closet in here is just full of my urine. I'm not one of those people who.
All right, well, we'll see you in a minute there, Jared.
Come back with a huge jug.
Hey, while you're gone, leave the Orangina ad running.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what does he want to watch? We need something long, so
we've been teasing Durt with the Orangina thing, so let's actually let him see what it's about.
This is the same playlist we played, but it's going to be in different order.
Also, this is again from France, so
yes.
You know.
This isn't even the French story I attempted earlier. That's nowhere near as fun as this. But you guys enjoy. I have to go and pour a pint.
Don't forget to leave it running.
Well, obviously.
Don't forget.
Okay, Mom.
Just go already.
Oh, this is a good one.
What the fuck?
I guess there's a lot of French furries out there. Actually, I'm kind of wondering how many furries advertising created.
Yeah, he put the moves on her.
Okay.
Holy shit. Oh, wow.
Weird.
Did he just...
Yes.
Wow, I never knew how
Just a
much I
few
wanted
drops
to
of
fuck a
Orangina
giraffe.
made from orange pulp are enough to polish and lubrify anything. Orangina, naturally.
So?
Who decided that overly sexualized furries was the way to sell orange juice?
Orangina did, apparently.
Yeah. And market it to the
do the one with
correct
the,
audience.
Where's the one with the cats that are spanking the bottles?
Is it? That's the hyena. Let's see.
There's some sort of canine.
Rasta. Panda.
I forget which one it was called.
French Orangina, puma, bear,
It might have been
horse,
the puma.
deer, giraffe. All right, let's try puma.
I don't remember.
After shaving
Oh no,
my
this
own-
is
this thing.
this is the Gillette knockoff ad. This is good. This is good all the same.
always use Orangina. It soothes my skin, giving it a smoothness like I've never felt before.
Real men shave with Orangina.
They start getting surreal as fuck. Like they use it as a cleaning product at one point. Oh, this bear uses it as a
An active bear doesn't always have the time to take a shower. My secret.
Can I just say, these girls, like, are they aware they have the attention of a anthropomorphic bear, or is he like stalking them? Because those pictures almost feel like
I think
he has.
I'd be into it personally.
Well, look at those fucking muscles. Even I'm tempted.
A few drops of Orangina.
I like how they're all
Orangina, naturally.
He likes it cross species, you know?
Oh, it's not the first cross species. Where's the deer? Remember the deer? Oh my god! They have a making of!
Oh.
We never seen this one before.
Breaking new ground.
Yes!
Oh god. What the
fuck? Is she the cougar one with the car?
Maybe?
that
No,
one had
the
a
giraffe.
going- oh no, she's the giraffe.
Well, then I shouldn't spoil. We'll get to it when we'll get to that after we show like the giraffe and such. Oh, there's the Afghan. This is creepy as fuck.
New formula Orangina leaves my hair with strength and shine every time.
Look at that.
Ugh,
Look at
fuel.
that nightmare. Even furries would be like, ugh. Maybe
Do
if
the
I was
cowboy
drunk.
one.
À teneur garantie en fruits, découvrez Orangina Cobain.
They're just fucking it over there. Oh god. Like there's the there's actually I think there's two giraffe ones, is there? Yeah, there's two. There's this one, and then there's the one where they basically kidnap a dude.
Oh yeah.
Put a drop of Orangina in my washing. It gives my laundry this shiny yellow color and a fresh orange fragrance. Orangina.
I like how her turtleneck is incredibly long.
It would have to be.
Yeah,
That's
here's
attention to detail.
Here's the more problematic one, in my opinion. So
Play siren going.
yeah. Even her friends are like, should we stop her? Do you want to stop her? She's a fucking giraffe.
She's already at 2 stars.
The fuck?
Yeah, oh, there's
What's
so
the
many.
Indian one? I forget that one.
Oh, I don't. I remember what
That's
that one
probably
is.
going to be real cringe.
It's gonna be racist as fuck.
Oh, this is the one I was thinking.
À teneur garantie en fruits, découvrez Orangina Indien.
It's just the reverse of the other one.
Problematic.
Yeah. Except this one, he's it's going off because he's slapping
spanking
the
it.
testicles.
Yeah, he's spanking that shit.
Special formula Orangina lifts the dirt and enhances the shine.
A goat should not speak. I never thought I'd have to say that, but a goat should not speak. Its mouth should not move the way it does.
Lifts the dirt and lifts the dirt and enhances
Come on.
the shine in just one step.
Like that. Oh, here's the deer, which implies a sort of cross-species relationship going on.
For breakfast, I always give them Orangina. It's packed with goodness and keeps...
There's so many questions. And I love the baguette right there. A nice phallic symbol.
How does this deer have human children?
Why did she lay out the spoons when they're just going to eat like that?
Yep.
My dear stepmother.
Also, who the fuck is eating their cereal with Orangina instead of milk?
Them strong and healthy. Orangina.
They're not even eating it. You can see that. The kids are just banging their faces. You know?
What the fuck?
This ad is just and it just gets increasingly more and more sick. You saw the sexy stuff with the stripper octopus and things like that.
Yeah, actually, in the other one, the panda is the one that ended up buck naked.
Oh yeah.
I always use gentle Orangina.
Kung Fu Panda got raunchy.
It ensures I feel
All right,
fresh
guys,
and
I'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes.
All right, don't forget your Kleenex.
And remember, keep your audio on. We need a dark side Phil moment for you.
You gotta be honest. That the panda's got some hips on her, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Real pandas have curves, guys.
Hey, real pandas have whatever real pandas have.
All right, let's go back to making of now.
Oh yeah, now we can. Yeah, I was about to get out, but now we've got the gist of it. I'm sure we missed one or two, but fuck it, we're not gonna go through them all.
I get it. The French want to fuck
giraffe lady here. Look at her wiggling that butt in the air. She got a tail on her.
Naturally.
You know this actress is a big fan of her.
Let me say this now. Here and now, let's get this straight.
I think it's the same lady doing all of them.
Probably. Baby, I made it plain.
Let's see.
I mean, how many people can you...
Wait, the doe is a dude.
And he's T-posing to assert dominance.
Open up the command console and just have him scrolling around the room.
Yeah, man, it was hilarious when...
Well, there's the thing. There's the
the storyboard.
Probably want to lower it down a little bit.
Let's have a look at these incredibly thirsty artists. And we're not talking about the beverage.
Every one of them has a Fur Affinity account.
Yeah.
The experience has been really wonderful to work with
Amber, the doe.
She looks stoned to the fucking gills.
That explains a lot, actually.
They shot all these in one night on amphetamine.
They'll think it's like some sort of fever dream in the morning until they see the ad years later.
She looks like a stoned Maisie Williams.
She does a bit. The original storyboards for Zootopia look so much better.
Maybe this is a preview of Zootopia 2.
Probably. I mean, hell, they had the nudist colony. Why not?
Yep. I love how shocked she was about it too.
It was quite complicated because of only being able to shoot 4 to 5 dancers at a time. So that made it very complicated for me. I was having to...
Imagine having that on your resume. Just like you're... I've worked on Swan Lake. I helped put together Cats, and at my off time, I was the choreographer for the Orangina commercial.
I choreographed an incredibly erotic furry dance scene.
With the oh, you mean with the squirting squid? The very same.
Yeah.
Complicated job I've done from that side.
That landed all over the bunny's boobs.
At least they're having fun. It looks like they're having fun.
Yeah.
Even their motion capture suits are a little bit on the erotic side.
I like the ones whose job is to just lift their arm and then fall over. All right, Miss, we are hiring you for the role of Flower Lady. A chameleon will be licking your neck.
These are people that gave us the Orangina ad. Amelia, Amelie, and Leon. That weird relationship with Leon, and the cuties. Do you think maybe the French need to have a little bit of therapy? Maybe sit down and
maybe to sit down and have a think. You know?
Yeah, wondering why does this ad for a local bakery involve all these phallic symbols and all these pastries with circular, circular symbols?
I don't know what this Amelia and Leon thing is, though.
Leon the Professional. Never saw Leon the Professional.
Oh, okay. Oh, was Amelia the little girl's name?
No. What was the name? The movie. It's like she's a waitress in Paris, and she's has never really found love, but she loves fantasizing about everyone else fucking, and every time she kind of grins at the camera and breaks the fourth wall, it cuts to like how many people are orgasming in the city right now. It cuts to like a bunch of people just fucking in these incredibly crazy situations, and then it just goes 17, and she gives a big grin. Like it's all in France. It's a classic. Like you'd recognize the face of a grinning.
France is really horny, isn't it?
Extremely horny, and they're very open about it. That I like, but sometimes I'm like, dude, like you can scale it back a bit, just a little.
It gets to be a problem when it comes to the cuties, you know?
Yeah.
Although ironically, the French thumbnail was a lot calmer than the American one.
Hey, I watched the film. I've watched it from start to finish. And,
you poor bastard.
I'll have my review up of it someday. I have to word it.
Consider yourself
just
lucky
right.
that I think that when you did it, you got the semi-censored one.
I got it on Netflix, so I don't know if it was censored.
Yeah, but I think you did it after Netflix took out the booby flash scene.
No, I saw the tits.
Oh, okay.
Well, I saw tits.
Never mind.
There's a scene where there is a boob flash, but I don't know if it was I don't know the age of the girls in question.
It was supposed to be one of the main characters.
Oh, then no, I didn't.
So there's probably another one that was missing then.
I'm not going to go and look for that.
No.
I'm perfectly... I can't say I'm fine that I watched.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying you're lucky you got the not as bad version.
There is still a boob flash though, and there's some really far worse shit than just a boob flash. Wardrobe malfunction. I don't know
which one of the main characters it was that does the boob flash, but it's one of them. Apparently.
Now, remember, dare to say no. Nevada Dare officer died from drug overdose and police evidence room.
I mean, it's awful that we're laughing at somebody dying.
Yeah, it's
you just got this mental image of a cop going in there and just smashing his face into a table full of coke.
And then, as he's dying, he sees like a vision of McGruff the crime dog appearing in front of him. You've let down the force. Ruff, 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 ruff. a bunch of words pop up saying you're off the force, like you're fine. McGruff, no, I've failed you.
But like he's actually hearing McGruff speak, but then on the security camera, it's just him saying, "No, McGruff, I failed you," to the actual like canine unit dog.
The dog's just there like looking very confused. Back in June, Detective Matt Morgan never trusts a man name that has two M's.
Yep, can't trust alliteration.
Yeah, I'm right. Of Winnie Moocha. Winnie Moocha.
That is a name.
Winnemucca?
Wow.
I'm going to call it Winnemucca. It sounds less weird. Police department was found unresponsive inside police department evidence vault. According to the Humboldt County Sheriff Department, no evidence of foul play or suicide was found time Morgan's death, or as apparent natural causes. Yeah, natural. Because he was surrounded by a bunch of drugs. Literally within a matter of hours, the police and other officials in Winnemucca Set about planning a memorial event to honor the hometown hero. Various police departments throughout Nevada.
He's a hometown hero. He snorted all that coke, so you don't have to.
Pretty much. I'll take this silver bullets in my arm. Fuel procession and almost made it. Seemed to want to hurry along before. Oh shit! They rushed through his funeral service because they already knew what was going to come out. Funeral procession and parade tribute to.
They didn't want his nose to start leaking in the middle of it.
Very next day after his death. Yeah, probably because they couldn't really claim that like he was a hero of the Force if like it came out that he just went in there and started to just scream and to shove everything into every orifice. Everything. Even the plastic cups.
That one took a little while, but he got it in there.
If I was a cop, that's how I'd want to go out.
Better than getting shot.
Mind will seemingly drag the feet and start an investigation. Yeah, of course. When mentioned during these early tributes, hero, the deputy conducted the initial investigation after he's found recovered a bag containing white powder concealed on Morgan's body.
Why wait to get shot by a coked up junkie when you can become the coked up junkie yourself?
Wasn't a run-of-the-mill cop either. He crusaded hard against those dangerous drug addicts everyone always hears so much about. Member of the Tri-County Narcotics Task Force and drug-related investigations. He probably for years and years saw people like junkie high as fuck as they were being arrested and was like,
Let's see what all the hubbub's about.
Yeah.
I would like a heroin, please.
I would like to try one heroin.
If you throw in a bag of angel dust, you get your next order half off. That's the future the Liberals want. Damn right. Plot twist was also announced of fentanyl. Yeah, I mean, if a single bag.
Come on, dude. Y'all don't even test that shit when you get it. Like, y'all are the police. You're supposed to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an example of it's the exact same logic as like a priest who was a part of like an abstinence group found to be like fucking little kids.
Oh yeah.
It's like, damn, dude, you go to an evidence lockup. You're a fucking, it's Willy Wonka's paradise right there, man. Like, you're gonna
me
go
and you'll see. It's like if a huge chunk of this village died off, I'd break into the nearest pub and there'll just be a long moment of silence as I'm just surrounded by all these bottles, and I'll start. I'm slowly like celebrating as I'm pouring like endless pints.
Oh my god, that would be a great parody movie. Like, do a Willy Wonka movie, but it's
in a brewery.
But it's a brewery.
Family Guy did
candy
that.
Factory.
Remember, Port of Beer did that.
Who? What?
Family Guy did that.
Did they?
Yeah, it was really
I
old.
wanted it to be a whole movie though.
Yeah, Peter almost drowns in the river of booze. He just like, yay!
That sounds about right.
Make
it does Dare stand for drugs are really exciting?
Just so you can make it like a a pot farm instead, and like just make it a horror, gory movie where like they turn the people's bodies into fertilizer.
Oh hell, that'd be like
halfway through the song, he starts turning into a demon. World of pure imagination.
And then you realize that it was Pure Flix that helped co-host.
As everything starts being corrupted by the warp.
Is that why everything's all going purple and all these questionable young pretty people are surrounding me, but there's always something wrong about them?
Yeah, you might think it's a candy factory, but it's actually a Slaneshi temple.
Well, Mr. Low Energy Videos, are you interested in learning more about the Satanic Temple?
You know what? No. That's beside the point.
Well, that's too bad, because that's what we're here for.
Yeah. I never get what I want, especially this week.
Satanic Children's Big Book of Activities.
Okay.
I kind of want one of these.
I do too.
I like the boy with the Baphomet goat on his shirt.
Let's rip the heads off chickens! Yay!
Also, that guy beside him looks like he's planning something.
Yeah, that's an untrustworthy kid right there.
Mm-hmm.
My mom Left again. Dad took me down to the basement. That's great. That's great, Billy. We're going to... He did the things again. The things
now
I
we gotta
told you
sacrifice
about.
him into your basement.
No, that's the other kid. That's the kid on the right.
Oh, he's just a kid from who will eventually turn into the dude from Hatred.
Yeah, but the kid on the far left is the kid who's watching through the window while those things happen.
And you know what? That's because these two came into his dad's bedroom at night and started whispering in evil tongues that, like, you must defile that which is pure.
Yes.
Brought to you by the Satanic. Now, of course, we're joking because, like, most satanic people aren't actually, like, going to say, hey, rape children. That's more of a Catholic Church thing.
Also, I'm just realizing this thing's only $6. I'm actually kind of tempted to get a copy.
Dude, you get it cheaper than I would because it's you wouldn't have to pay for shipping. Yeah.
I mean, I have to pay for some shipping, but not as much as you would.
Let's see. It doesn't really say much else about it. So let's have a look at the reviews.
I am honestly really curious what's in this book.
8 pages. This was for the campaign. Shipping here 3 to 5 business days. Please click here.
Well, that's why it's so cheap.
Yeah, there's really not much. There's really not much going on. Like
it's not that big a book after all, then, is it?
No, but hell, we're on the website.
Oh, there's reviews. Can we see the reviews?
I was trying to get the reviews up, but I don't know where they are. Like it says, like
Can you click on the word reviews, maybe?
I thought so as well, but no.
No? Okay. Is it down at the bottom somewhere, maybe?
Again.
No?
Oh, here we are. Yep. Endearing.
Endearing.
By Dr. Mitch. Actually, 9 pages. Back covers answer all the puzzles. There's puzzles in it.
Nice.
How to unlock the 13th seal. When the Inquisition comes to your door, what do you say? Like, blame your neighbor? Point out the fact that they are of different ethnicities?
Dr. Mitch gave a copy to his daughter. That's cute.
Comparable format with the TST. I don't know what that is. So instead of Rachel Lair looking for some holy book, Damien and Cerberus
nice
are looking for the Necronomicon. And it helped them get through the maze and find it. Jumble and word search answers like justice and compassion. Artwork is a perfect look. My teenage daughter took mine right away. Good thing I got 2. Gonna buy now, rate later. Well, you gave full stars, so
you already rated, yeah. Kevin can go fuck himself.
Fuck off, Kevin.
We all know Christian abuse shows.
Who's Kevin?
Activity basically just. The more I think about it, the more that's just brilliant. Like, I remember years and years ago, I was watching an anime, and it was dubbed by fans. Not dubs, it was subbed by fans. And halfway through, one of the characters say it's International Tie Day, and underneath is like author's notes, and it says, "Haha, Steve, told you it was real."
I really want to know who Kevin is now.
Hell, one of the
comment is such a good
40K.
non sequitur.
One of the by Ashley. Can you click on her? No, there's no other. But unless of course, Kevin is a character in the book.
Maybe.
And like he's like the villain. Kevin's like the.
Do you think he's the tall, grumpy-looking kid?
Oh, he could be. Although then he should have like a cross or something. Like something to show that he's like overly religious, and he's like the foil each week that's defeated. By
well, they didn't want to scare the Satanists away, you know.
Oh yes, because they've never seen a crucifix before.
What was the last review?
The last review is Great Message. This book, activity book, is fantastic. Message is being kind and minded. Although it's for children, I know some adults could benefit from this book messages. Probably, I haven't read it. So. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil.
That's a good title. That's a good title.
Changing
Social Satan.
$30 though. Oof. I mean, there's worse books out there. The rest of low energy videos is like the entire run of my channel is just going to be a satanic channel.
Well, I like this right here, by the way. The Satanic Temple, empathy and reason, two things the Bible will not teach you.
And advocacy of these facts.
Did you guys see that Donald Trump retweeted a Styx Hexenhammer video?
Is that true?
Oh, about what?
I think so, yeah. I could be wrong, but Donald Trump.
Oh, nice.
Let me see if I can find that.
Speaking of Satan,
I won't be able to really look at it because I don't want to fuck with Discord on the store. But if you give me the title, I can check it out. All right, let's see what else. Oh, this is something I noticed. Italian woman jailed after drugging her co-worker's coffee for 9 months. Not the fun type of drug either. The victim realized something was wrong when she drove into a tree. There's another George of the Jungle reference there.
And felt better on days she wasn't in the office.
Well, we can all agree on that one.
Yeah, that's just normal.
Coffee for 9 months and hoping that she would be sacked and jailed has been jailed for 4 years. Margelina Carato, 53, came up with a plan when she heard rumors about job cuts. Insurance companies were working for in Bria in Piedmont. She and her victims worked in similar roles. I think Piedmont's in the north of the country. Carato puts benzos. Shit. Damn.
Benzo cappuccino, man.
Yeah. Drug induces fatigues, headache, dizziness, and muscular pains. And my clients work very slow.
Do you think Starbucks is going to start offering that on their menu?
Dude, just
benzo cappuccino.
Hell yeah, or grind in some fucking shrooms.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I want some hallucinogenic coffee.
Imagine driving home from work, like after a long day, and you've just had like some shrooms. Well, actually, no, it'll take, unless you have a really long commute, it'll take forever to come in. Maybe going off to work and around about your first lunch break, like the walls to start melting. Drove into a tree on the way home. When doctors couldn't find anything wrong with her, she started to suspect her coffee was to blame. Help was fine when she wasn't at work. That's a weird jump to logic. It's a weird.
So somebody poisoned this woman with benzos?
Bill's got a good point. We should call it a benzacino.
Oh, brilliant. Benzacino. That'll be $45 for a small.
I think you mean a lean.
What are the 3 sizes in Starbucks again? I forget.
So $60 for a venti.
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't know which one venti is though.
I think venti is the biggest, isn't it?
I have no fucking idea.
Women accepts drinks, but a sample of it, which tested, was found to contain extremely high dose of benzos. Secretly filmed putting the powder into the drink. Jesus. She's denied drugging the coffee. Now, compared to that guy who was found,
like, yeah, you caught me.
Yeah, she's kind of being dumb. Insurance firm woman worked for, say, in 2017 when the drugging took place. There was no plans to make people redundant, but actually recruiting new employees at the time. So she was paranoid to the point where she was literally poisoning people. So yeah.
Wait. Hold up. How did she call the police on herself? Or wait, because I'm just confused.
The victim suspected something was wrong.
Yeah.
But she still drank it, and the police.
After she drank it.
Yeah.
Wait, so hold up. Then how did she call the police, and then the police followed her to where she filmed her putting the poison?
Well, they obviously followed her the next day or something.
Yeah, she realized something was wrong. This is where I'm saying like it was a bit of a leap of logic where she came to the conclusion that it was her coffee. But they filmed the woman making the coffee, and she put powder into it, and they checked the powder in the coffee, and it was benzos.
Okay, see, I didn't know it was like a double occasion.
I'm not sure how many days in a row this happened.
Yeah. Although couldn't find anything wrong with her. Do a fucking blood test. How hard would that be? Like,
I don't know how long does that stuff stay in the system though. Is the question.
Probably a long amount of time, but yeah.
I mean, usually with pills, it's whenever you pee it out.
Oh, okay, that might explain that. But wouldn't it like kind of linger in her system after a long period of time?
I have no idea. I'm not going to make any assumptions either way. I just don't know.
By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you've got the cash, we wouldn't say no to a dono. It would help us reach our goal, which would be a very special low energy.
Yeah.
Low energy.
We don't call them donos.
Special.
We call them don yeses.
Oh, damn right. Damn right. We call them don yeses. Yeah. Damn it.
That really doesn't work, does it?
We'll workshop that one.
Shelve that one for now. But Grendar's like, but my one was fun. No. We'll shelve it for now. We'll be okay. And a few months down the line, I came up with this great idea. We'll call them Don Yeses.
It's a terrible name, isn't it?
Okay.
This is an awkward start. They're just silent.
Surveillance vision show a woman stealing Halloween decorations from home.
Look at this guy's face. He's like, wait. He's like, well, are you gonna say something, lady? Get it started here.
Normally, those big cameras have a fucking light on them.
Yeah, that's right, Angelo. That person has not been caught yet. And you know, Christopher Cologne's front yard was supposed to be even more.
I do like the skeleton layout. They are pretty cool.
Yeah, the skeleton's like climbing up, trying to get in the windows. That's pretty
Spooky,
cool.
scary skeleton.
Years and years ago, I was with a friend, and it was near Halloween, and we were at some house party downtown, and there was like this, like kind of like, you know, like a, what do they call that? With it's like, you know, like it's like a twin house where there's like
semi-detached?
2 split sides. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, homie was tripping hard, like he ate a whole bunch of whatever and was walking around. And he was like, man, fuck it, let's just walk around downtown in the middle of the night. And I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. And he comes home with a big ass gravestone, and that shit sat at that house year round.
Duplex. Were you going for duplex?
Yep, that's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
More spooky. He's got the bones, the skeletons here, but he was supposed to have a jumping spider as well as a huge laser light display. Well, someone stole those high-dollar electronic decorations.
I stole a police riot helmet that I found in a bin once nearby where I lived. And
if it's in a bin, that's not stealing then.
That's technically true, but eventually I had to give it over because a police officer found me. I was like a kid at the time.
Because they wanted to throw it away again.
Probably. But I also found a lot of the buttons on my coat just on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm like a magpie like that. I need to I need to learn how to make my own like crappy little medals, and I'm gonna make like medals made out of like bottle caps.
just as long as you don't start bedazzling everything, you'll be okay.
Hey, I know a very washed out wrestler who could help me out there.
Exactly.
Tuesday, they didn't stop
the
there. Even though these creepy eyes are watching from this home, it was a neighbor's camera that actually caught the thief in the act.
I don't know why, but all I could picture is they're going to interview the dude from Hello Neighbor.
Hickory Hammock subdivision is on the lookout for a thief, possibly seen here on home surveillance with a stolen spider.
That stuff was expensive. They knew what they wanted.
Christopher Cologne shows us where his LED...
How is he not aggressively Italian, like New Jersey Italian stereotype?
Right.
Like he should sound like the Situation right now.
The laser show used to be.
Nobody should ever sound like
his family
The
didn't get to do much scaring with his expensive spider. Just this.
Oh, that's mean. That's mean.
Oh, fuck you. You didn't deserve that jumping spider.
Spider was
the biggest
bigger than the
lead,
dog.
Surveillance video.
Taking my spider, putting it in a trunk, making room for more objects to put in.
Some neighbors were spared. Their high-priced, eye-catching display left intact. Cologne's wasn't.
The dragon's cool, but that would work all year round. Like if you had a medieval theme going on.
Just dig a moat.
Get your blood boiling
Yeah, like paint it a different color and you got Spyro right there.
a little bit because it's kind of like, wow, 11 o'clock in the morning. This is really brazen.
Cologne believes.
Wait, in the morning?
Make sure the FedEx guy buzzes your door so you can lower the drawbridge, let him across the moat.
He's one of 20 neighborhood victims, and that the woman needs to get rid of the loot before the 31st.
Has to be sold.
The loot. Well, she did. What happens if it's a literal loot and she's just playing it in defiance? Cling.
Otherwise, she's going to have the greatest house. ever.
Hey, 111.
But
That's
only
how long we've been doing
Cologne
this
and
for.
2 others filed
Lev, that
reports.
reminds me of,
He even stopped a similar
you ever
looking
played
vehicle.
Elder Scrolls Morrowind? Because they had an actual item called the Fat Loot in that game.
I remember that. You can.
That was a cute reference.
You can.
Very wide-rounded loot.
This morning and flagged down an officer to no avail. He has just a...
I like the season 1 South Park demon.
few words for the culprit.
You got away with one this time. Good luck. Don't try it again. And don't do it to anybody else.
There's his Italian-American coming in right now, making vague threats.
There you go.
That was the type of guy to stand his ground.
All right, one more, eh, Lev?
Yeah. All right. Back to the old Donald. Donald Trump shares links to satirical article claiming Twitter was shut down to slow spread of negative stories about Joe Biden. The article claims Twitter chief executive Jack Dorsey smashed computers with help of his sledgehammer-wielding robot. Now, if anyone is going to have a sledgehammer-wielding robot, it would be either the head of Twitter, Jeff Bezos, or
Elon Musk.
No, he would make his own, but it would be like have buzzsaws. It would be like Robot Wars. And I'd flamethrower.
Yeah.
Holy
then they
fuck.
can face off.
Yeah.
This shit was hilarious before I knew the fucking article included a sledgehammer-wielding robot. What the fuck? Today just keeps getting better.
U.S. Commander-in-Chief, Babylon, article from the Babylon Bee. I think I've read some stuff from them before. They're like knockoff Onion.
Factual.
Was never been done in history. This includes really bad interview last night. Why Twitter is doing this? Bring more attention to Sleepy Joe and Big T. Big T. What does Mr. T have to do with this, and why are you bringing up his weight? Babylon Bee is a cyclical news website.
It's harder to keep in shape at his age, you know.
Yeah,
Come on.
but hell, so long as you still respect your mother, otherwise he'll rap about it.
You think Mr. T's on Cameo?
I guarantee he's on Cameo. We could make that happen. I'm here to fool who doesn't watch low energy videos. And you're kind of looking at me like, don't you also mean Bearded Ramblings? Well, you get both.
Package deal.
Package deal. Never been done in history. That includes really bad interview last night. Oops, something went wrong. Article, President robot. Article shared alleged seeing negative stories about Democratic President, Mr. Biden, Twitter boss Jack Dorsey, smashed a glass box at his office reading, break in case of bad publicity for Democrats.
Nice.
Inside the case was a sledgehammer for smashing, another sledgehammer for smashing Twitter servers. Article goes on to say Dempsey then smashed as many computers as he could with help of a robot programmed to use a sledgehammer. Article ends by saying that after hearing 20 employees talk about critical theory, the robot got woke and began attacking all cis white males.
Wow.
As the president said, this has never been done in history.
It still hasn't. Yeah. Beautiful.
Babylon Bee is his most trusted news source. That's like saying you get all your news from the Onion.
It's the only place worth getting your news from.
I don't know. Waterford Whisperer is pretty good. Mr. Trump and his allies.
Is FARC still around? They were pretty good.
Oh yeah. What was the spoof of Huffington Post? It was like Duffington Most or something like that.
The Puffington Post, I hope.
Yeah, something like that. Mr. Trump and his allies being angry at Twitter over restrictions placed on tweeting a New York Post story about his alleged business activities and Mr. Biden and his son Hunter. Yeah. Right now, it's just going into the whole history of it. But yeah, I like someone Photoshop in a burger into that mouth.
He does like his Big Macs.
He does, and he loves Mexican food. Fantastic Taco
Bell. Put a
taco
in there.
Yeah. And let's have like an endless gif of him just receiving endless amount of tacos. Oh, yes, that should be our gif, and have Christopher Walken going, "This guy, he's fucking believable."
This guy.
He
looks like he should like make the ET screech sound like.
When threatened, a Donald Trump will emit a high-pitched scream. Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to hear the most annoying sound ever?
Dude, there was this kid in high school, maybe it was even middle school at the point he did this, but he tried to do that, and he tried to do it like that. But like he did it like he did it internally somehow, and like his voice cracked, and that shit was like way louder than he meant. It is in the middle of class, like the teacher was talking, and he's like, "Get the fuck out!" Like, get the fuck out. He's like,
and ever since then, he had the deepest voice ever.
And so was Burt.
Well, hello,
Barry
fellow
White.
classmates.
Honestly, like this year, man, this fucking year.
Right.
I mean, don't get me like me personally, as you all know, it was pretty rough on me, and still is going to be pretty rough. In fact, quick shout out, I'm going to be taking a bit of a break from everything but Wasted Wednesday and Bearded Ramblings. I'm going to actually also take a break from YouTube, with the exception of things that have nothing to do with my neck of the woods. I want to read. I haven't just sat down and read a book. I'm going to reread the entirety of The Wheel of Time. I'm looking
including
forward to the prequel,
the ones by the kids.
Yeah, all of them.
How much are they up to nowadays? Because I
fell off 14. After a while. I think they did 14 books.
I think I've read 11 of them.
The last few ones were trying to do damage control for their dad's pseudo-Christian propaganda that he stuck in there from time to time.
Yeah.
Like they finally have one gay character, but he's so superficial that it's just a throwaway line.
But also, what about his rampant misogyny throughout the entire series? Which
is weird because sometimes it goes into actual like anti-male values. Like have you noticed most of the women in the books are in charge to some degree or another?
They're in charge, but they're also all manipulative, insufferable bitches
and
as well.
Stupid, because they do cause a lot of the failures that go on.
Yeah, there was only one that was a genuinely intelligent person, but even she was a little bit high and mighty.
The queen, the one of like the one who had all the lovers.
No, I was thinking the one mage lady that got elevated to the head mage at like book 9 or 10.
Oh, she's from the Two Rivers, isn't she? She's one of the original characters.
She was one of the main. Yeah, she's one of the main characters and childhood friend of
Moraine.
Of the guy.
No, Moraine's the sort of Gandalf of the group.
Right.
But yeah, no. Anyway, I honestly think that the book itself.
She was the least offensive of all of them, but
yeah, because
still
she's
a little off.
Oh, they give her a romance right near the end, and it's so ham-fisted. It's so ham-fisted.
Well, come on, she's got to bone down with the male psycho Jesus guy.
Oh,
obviously.
Ran,
yeah.
No, although in some alternate reality they do. Do you remember in the first book or the second book they go through all the different alternate realities? And like sometimes, yeah, Ran lives like 1,000 different versions of his decisions, and they're all the wrong ones. Because when he dies, no matter what happens, you hear the dark one going, "Your soul is mine, Randall." And then he has to relive it again and again and again and again and again, and he does make so many mistakes. He's a beggar. He's a king. He ends up seducing like every female character in it. He gets seduced by every female character. He ends up dying, falling off his horse. Like, the most obscure shit happens. The most crazy shit happens.
Every possible timeline, yeah.
Yeah, but they're all like little hints dropped in. It's really interesting because he still remembers some books later, and he's like, "Wait a minute, I remember that." That's the weird thing about timeline. Can you believe that world's technically our world? It's set after like an apocalypse. They find like it's really obscure, but like one of the holy objects that has magical powers is an old Mercedes-Benz logo. Yeah, and it's glowing. It's been imbued with power. And they talk about one of the old songs is a man who reached the moon by firing an arrow. And it's like a really obscure name of like Neil Armstrong. It's a really bastardized version of Neil Armstrong. But now it's just a legend. Did he really reach the moon? Most people say no. You know, like, most people say no. Some people say no now. Even. Oh, but Durt, how's your time been on Bearded Ramblings?
This was a fun show, you guys. I had discovered that maybe I'd fuck an antelope. Presented the opportunity.
I mean, you saw the hips on her. Come on. Don't pretend you wouldn't.
Yeah, this was a fun time.
Just be sure to bring your Orange Gina, because apparently that is like the most important. That's like the spice in the Dune universe. You know, the Orange Gina must. I bring you tributes of Orange Gina. You may take me now, noble warrior. I like it like that. You just start banging the shit out. Oh, I hope for the love of Christ this stream doesn't get taken down, because well, it didn't get taken down last time. It was like held and blocked on some copyright law or some shit like that until like I don't know. And if that's the case, this will, while I'll be able to fight it and get it back up, this will be the last time we have the Orange Gina shit, unless it's muted. Because I don't want to have to do that again. Oh, I love, that's our thing, by the way. That we have one thing, and that's the Orange Gina. We're a young one, but we already have one thing that's just ours, you know.
Yeah.
Also, I suppose we had Shabisky. He's never been on any other podcast before, so we had him.
Never seen that guy before.
No. I hear he's the greatest, but the courts are still out on that.
Now look, this is what I.
No, but it's definitely been proven. We had a poll. It's clearly Danny.
Yeah, well, the polls are rigged.
Durt, are you saying the polls are fake news?
Yeah. Yeah.
Proud boy.
I've met Danny. He's pretty great. I think it's a fair and balanced poll.
You'd say that. When did you get bought out by Big Danny? Huh? How much was your soul there, Krendar?
5 bottles of Orange Gina.
Look at
that's
like that.
Fucking liquid gold.
Yeah, I'm not cheap.
Yeah, imagine since then your dog's been looking at you really hornily.
and 2 of those antelope girls for a week.
Should have gotten the giraffe. She was thirsty as fuck.
That's true, but she's maybe a little too aggressive for my taste.
Oh, come on. Get one that's a wallflower and get one that's really, really, really fucking into it. You know, that way you get the best of both worlds.
There you go. The antelope and the rabbit. There you are.
Did we show him the rabbit?
The rabbit was in the first.
Yeah,
one,
I saw clips of the rabbit.
Yeah.
She's the one that received the Orangina Bukake.
Oh, that's right.
Now, I was going to say,
also, don't
mentioning
forget
Shabisky.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Shabisky?
Yeah, this guy, he currently he's I don't know how much free time or if you guys have or if you own Among Us. It's free on your phone. He's been playing that with people in his Discord, and I don't know, he's been doing it every now and then. He's live right now, chat. So all I'm saying is I know either of you would be welcome to come and be a welcome happy sight over there to.
I've been asked by at least 3 different people to play Among Us, and even people are like, "Hey, no one's playing Fall Guys anymore. Everyone's playing Among Us," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't think I like that game. I want to play games that I want to play." So
come on,
I prefer to play games
lying
that
to
are
your
fun.
friends.
What?
Lying to your friends isn't fun. It's all about it.
Hey, I can do that every day. Like, oh, I missed you. What have you been up to? I'm so interested. You see? You've lost so much weight.
Oh.
I'm such a catty, bitchy little piece of shit. I made Ryby piss herself laughing once when she demanded that I give her like my most catty insult, and I said, Ryby, you look so good for your age.
That's a good comeback. Poor thing.
She's alright. I was actually talking to her.
She's alright.
I still love that epic burn that she gave Corpse Midget, though.
When are we getting paid?
Bitch better be sending my money.
I'm actually surprised he didn't reach out to her afterwards.
I know. And like offer to actually do it.
Oh yeah, like well, what if he reached out to her and said that you aren't good enough for me? I like real women.
Oh.
And like, oh no, you've lost Corpse Midget, you poor dear.
Yeah, but imagine the blow to the ego being turned down by him.
Are you shitting me? Like, you must be doing something right.
Breath of relief.
Like, oh, things aren't going too bad. It's like if Shani hit on you. I mean, let's be honest here. Not all interest is good interest.
I mean, you make a good point. If Shani rejected me, I would be incredibly happy.
Literally the cartoon. Whew!
Yeah.
Sweat off your
dodged XXXXL bullet on that one.
Oh my god, can you imagine if Shani this is entering body shaming, but it is Shani, so I give it a pass. And I'm also fat, so I give it a pass. But it would be kind of like if Shani was like the boulder from Crash Bandicoot that was chasing you, and she's rolling down the hill. You're just doing like
I want to see somebody edit that video.
A-Spec would probably be the best one for that, or maybe
that's not an A. It's a different letter.
Yeah, and
some sort of other character,
perhaps from some sort of Eastern former Soviet country.
Speaking of some sort of, what's the word? Letter character, spec. They're over there playing Among Us with Shabisky right now.
Oh wow. Well,
that's another reason not to join then. Okay.
Actually, it looks like they were earlier. No, they're still there.
He's probably good at Spec's probably pretty good at that actually, because Spec is quite the troll.
Yeah, it's a good time. Like I said, I don't know if you guys have time to tonight or if you ever will, Mr. Lev.
I got my own stream to do in about an hour and a half.
Oh, thanks for the subscriptions there, guys. Appreciate it. We're almost at 20 now. The channel suffered a lot when I got locked out of the previous one. Like, I had nearly 200 subs. I could still get the channel back, and you guys will hear about it first. But...
That makes fucking sense, because I thought I was subscribed. And then
you and half the fucking world. Everyone's like, oh, they see a link and they never bothered. This is the thing. From here on out, guys, whenever you see a link I'm posting, please be sure that you are subscribed to it, because there's a chance you haven't subscribed to it. You think that you've just subscribed to the last one, which is fine. That makes a lot of sense. I didn't do anything to I didn't even put low energy videos 2 or anything like that. I just have no.
Yeah, it looks exactly the same, so it can trick you.
Yeah, so be sure to get it back. My goal is to get maybe 30, 40 before the end of the year. Knowing our
300.
300. Oh, one fucking windfall from a huge YouTuber would do that. Like one of the biggest videos I ever did.
PewDiePie. Come on.
Yeah, it was actually PewDiePie. PewDiePie did a stream, and I didn't even realize it. I really didn't, by the way. I'm not trying to I would say I jumped on someone else's bandwagon, so what? But I really didn't know. But it was about this kid, the Weavster, and he was dying. But he did little drawings on YouTube, and I saw Jeff Holiday talk about it, and I thought, oh wow, well maybe he needs people to kind of get the word out. So I put the word out, and suddenly I had nearly 1,000 views on that video. So I was like, oh shit, okay.
All right, let's ask PewDiePie if he'd like to come on the show. Be our guest.
Absolutely. only if he goes through the best Fiverr stories he has. Oh, and ask how it is to one day lose out to either a network from India or Critical. What's up, everyone? It's Critical here. I have one simple question to ask. Who the fuck's PewDiePie? Because he's not number one anymore. Fuck yes! Moist!
Is he really that boring?
Is he critical
No,
past PewDiePie?
No, but he's getting there. He's fast approaching. Like on average, more views when PewDiePie uploads.
Your parody of him makes him sound incredibly dull.
Oh no, yes. Have you never heard of him? You never hear
No?
Penguin Zero. You never heard his voice.
No.
Well, before we
He's a
go,
good guy.
I don't even need to bring it up for the rest of you guys. I'll have a random. Where is it? Critical. He's currently playing. He's not currently playing, but he plays Among Us too. So.
This is a penguin. This isn't him.
Yeah, Penguin Zero. Yeah, he has so many names. Like his real name's Charlie, but we didn't know that for years. Okay, here's his voice.
Gentleman song 2004 breakup, and since then boners just haven't been the same. They've been a little bit harder across the world as a result of this track coming out.
Oh yeah, his favorite insult towards his voice was the world's most unenthusiastic hand job.
Yeah, he sounds like he's halfway towards nodding off in the middle of his sentence constantly.
Oh, absolutely, his voice is so dull, but it really does like stand him out from the rest of people. Like when you do your voice like this,
he does stand out from the screamy, overhyped people. Yeah.
Oh, he goes after them hard. Him and Vegans Gaines had a bit of a back and forth for a while, not too long ago.
Fucking Vegan Gaines, what a shithead.
What a crazy mother. I couldn't believe. Oh, he's also shown King Cobra just to show our universes colliding. He's had King Cobra cooking videos on.
he's mentioned drunken peasants in the past.
Oh, well. I tried to get him on DP once, and he's like, I'm not going to go to any studio. And I was like, no, you don't have to. And he never responded back. Like, he thought he had to go to a studio.
You got to reach out to Cobes, get him on Bearded Rambling.
Oh, hey! I'm down for that shit. We can go through recipes together,
make it happen,
and talk about. We can bring back up the Durt. We showed his tactical soap. We went to its website. Some of the three names are for the three soaps you get: Maverick, Bond, and Durden.
Durden.
Yeah. And Krendar didn't get the reference, but we had Two Guns on, and Two Guns and I were just bawling ourselves laughing. Krendar was like, "What's the joke?"
That was the one movie reference for a movie I hadn't seen.
Cobra wears Durden.
He does
100%.
A soap called Durden. Seriously, Krendar, what's Fight Club?
Come hang out, Cobra.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We're not as trolly as you think we are.
As you think you are.
As you think you are. All right. So I guess
we're not as trolly as you think you are.
We're not as trolly as I think you think we think you are. What? Oh, you're just making fun of my eye now, aren't you? No, that'll come later.
We gotta get at least an hour and a half of this.
Yeah, let's work into it. Again, and that would also get a shit ton of views. Like we need to get some of these trolls up in here. We didn't even have Buff Corell tonight. Oh,
maybe he can be a guest.
Musical
God. You know what, Durt? That's my favorite thing about him is that he does his little warm up and then sounds like shit anyway. Like, why does he even bother?
Dude, some of his dances are just glorious.
There's some golden fucking shit, dude.
Absolutely. Like, though, I think the best one, there was one that we had early on in the show run, and it was, at one point, he just did a little dance like a horse. He did a prance like a horse.
Yeah.
And I just lost my fuck. I think I was, like, taking a swig of water, and I almost fucking spit take. It was glorious.
At this point, I could just imagine any song in the styling of Buff Corell.
Well, he does any song. He has all genres.
I still think it's hilarious that the song he actually sang the best was WAP.
Yeah, but that way,
Green Day, the Boulevard of Broken
He actually
Dreams.
sang WAP mostly correctly.
Look at his playlists. I never realized that. He doesn't do any playlists. He just has 4 favorites. What are his favorites? Let's find out what is. Oh, Copyright claim. Why am I not subscribed to him? That's my old channel. I must have been subscribed now. But look, Coldplay, Yellow, Kanye
21
West.
Guns.
Yeah, we played that when Two Guns was on, and I owed Two Guns a shot of hot sauce. So that was playing while I was doing a massive hit of shots hot sauce. 21 Guns.
21 Guns.
That was pretty bad. Yeah.
There is some really
Freebird.
Yes, Backstreet Boys. I want it that way.
Oh jeez.
Should we sign off with one Buff Corral song?
Sure, but let's do one of the shorter ones though.
Okay,
we're half an hour over already.
Oh yeah. Are we? Oh, my bad. All right, in 3 minutes.
Buff Club, be back up at their levels. Anyways, tonight we're gonna do Zane. The joints class is a new joint called Better. On the ones and twos, your boy Buff, Ruru on the Macalocious. The Macalocious Macaroni. Anyways, get out for
Macalocious Macaroni.
Whatever the hell that means.
Hey, he cleaned up his table for once, but all the gel is still there. All the Vaseline is still there.
Leave that.
Oh my god! Look, there's someone else in the poster.
Oh shit.
He's like in a black hoodie or like a robe.
Is it a ghost?
The Buff Corral mystery goes on. It also looks like it's actually coming loose. He needs to get like a pin or something and put that in there.
Scarisi. What's Scarisi?
It's like Skrelly, but yeah. Ooh, cakes. Cakes.
Look at him go. Did he just improv this?
Yeah.
Obviously. He has a choreographer, artist off the camera.
Maybe that's the first one in the poster. Choreographer.
Thank you. I like my word better.
Why wait to fight? Give it a try, or I'll say goodbye while it's right. Can we say tears in your eyes are making you cry? Wait to hate, can we say love? I'm falling for you. I can't you bother to run for two. It's getting to take you.
He's not bringing the crazy as he normally does. It's a little bit more reserved than normal.
I'm a little low energy Corral.
Yeah. I mean, it's still glorious. It's still better than I could ever dance, but still. There we go. There you go.
Immediately after you called him out, he fixed it.
Story of my life. He does these sort of jazz hands. I'd give a try of him right now. I mean, look at that face. Look at it.
Somebody's already giving him a try.
God, yeah. Crop him out on Photoshop and put him into like half a dozen different pictures.
Shall we say tears in your eyes are making you cry? While we to hate, can we save love?
Oh, he moved the camera for once. He edit that out. He just kept that
in. Doesn't he usually leave that in?
Not always. He often just goes like, he gives a kiss and then he kind of ends. You didn't even do that one. Damn it, man. Oh, Buff, don't you ever change?
Oh, you.
Oh, you Buff, Buff. And you, Durt, where shall we find you? You want to shill before we go? And you want to promote?
Find me on Twitter, Dirt_Diggler, kind of like Dirt Diggler or Dirk Diggler. Have you ever seen Boogie Nights? It's a good movie.
Cheers.
And you can also catch me on my own YouTube channel of the same name. I do stream like once a month or so. And then you can also catch me more frequently, perhaps, on the Shabisky stream, where I will be after I go to make some food to play some Among Us and hopefully kill people and get away with it.
That sounds pretty sus.
Very sus.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
And you there, Krendar, where will we find you?
Well, in the link below, of course. Also, twitch.tv/Krendar's Adventures, where in an hour and a half, it's time for some spoops. Getting some October spoops in.
Damn right, 'tis the season.
What are you spooping on?
I'm spooping on a game called, very creatively titled, Dark. But with a Q.
Oh, it's like QAnon shit.
Pretentious. I approve. I'll be sure to send you over some overtly hyped up wine for you to not drink because you're better than this peasant filth. But you can dramatically fling it over your shoulder and go, no!
We're not drinking this, Will.
I don't want anybody to mistake me for a filthy Frenchie.
Damn right. This has been the most anti-French episode, and I am so proud of us as a family, as a community. I think we
came together on this one.
Those pussies are on lockdown. Coronavirus.
Yeah, they just locked down Paris a few days
See
ago.
how your economy goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, guys. Your money's more important than your life.
Did Uncle Moneybags teach you nothing of the value of money? As for me, I'm not going to lie. I'm not being the best as of late, so I'm going to be taking a little bit of a scaling back on low energy videos. You're still going to get Wasted Wednesday on Wednesday, and that means on this channel, which I hope again you are fucking subscribed to if you're watching this. Make sure you have if you haven't already.
Do it.
So I can have unlimited power over you guys to block you whenever you piss me off. And I will be doing a balcony stream, and I will then be on Twitch. Again, you'll find the link of that down below, and with everyone else's. And that's where I'll be gaming more. As for what I'll be gaming on Wednesday, not a clue yet. Probably something. As for Friday, it's almost certainly going to be this, known as Bearded Ramblings, and we will be joined by a dear old friend of mine by the name of Lush Gaming. I believe that's what her parents call her because they were cruel and sadistic.
Plus, they knew that she was going to grow up to be such a drunk.
I can confirm that.
Such a gamer.
But yeah, she's got a little Twitch channel that's been growing like crazy. So pretty soon won't be a little channel at all. And I'm really, really cool about it. So I was like, hey, do you want to be on? And she's like, fuck yeah. So
nice.
That will be on Friday. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And that is us. I am out of here to be me. You guys, be you.